All right, we're live. Hello, welcome to the Pack 475 Pinewood Derby for 2021. My name is Dan Wendell, and I'm going to be passing the mic in a moment for a special presentation of the cars. I think how many cars we have? 48 or 38? We don't know. 38 cars. So thanks for joining us. You can join us on Facebook or on YouTube. If you want to comment, just go ahead and comment on the stream in Facebook or in YouTube, and I will see that comment. We had stop motion guy. Hi. He said hi, so that's our first comment. So if you guys want to comment or join the show, just let us know, and we will let you in. We're going to start the actual race at 2 p.m., which is in 24 minutes. But before that, the Boy Scouts are going to help us out. I'm going to bring in a camera, and I'm going to bring in two well-versed, very, very talented commentators. They flew in from Dallas, Texas, it appears, just to do this. They are veterans of Cub Scout Pack 475. They are now leadership at the troop, and they're going to give us some insight into the cars this year. So normally when you join the Pinewood Derby, you just see the cars racing. You don't get an up-close look at it, but we're actually going to have an up-close look at the cars. So let me bring in that camera so we can join the feed here. And there we are. And now I'm going to pass the buck to our two co-hosts to join the show. Colin and Jackson, here we go.
Well, first off, I'd like to thank Mr. Wendell for that warm welcome. Did you say so, Colin?
Yes. Welcome, Pack 475, to the Pinewood Derby of 2021. This is a very anticipated sporting event, probably the most of this year.
Definitely. I'm very interested to be here at LCR today, as well as my cohorts. I'm joined by Colin Bolts. My name is Jackson Bolts. And on the other end, we have our two commentators, Zachary Phillips and Trey McCormick, who are going to be providing us with some insight on the cars. They're going live now. There's Trey. Hello, Trey.
Hi, Jackson.
Should I put these on?
Number one, we have a speedy-looking car. Look at that. Silver. Very
Number one,
aerodynamic.
very fast.
We have this nice abstract.
Aerodynamic shape. Nice silver coat.
I don't even know. Racer, yeah. It looks real nice. Real speedy.
Trey, we just asked that you
Number
speak up a
three,
little.
Nice gold. Might slow down the car, but we'll see. This car, very aerodynamic.
Indeed.
Yes, looks very
Good use of weights on that
win a
one.
couple races.
We'll definitely give it an edge.
We got the money car. Definitely stacked.
I like the use of
definitely
money in
got
that
his
car.
money up.
That's something that's interesting. You know, as we always say, get your money up.
Not your funny up.
Yeah, very aerodynamic, called the Red Rocket, speedy. Yeah, this
I
one.
like that.
Interesting design.
With these cars, it
Orange,
is
yeah.
very
Yeah.
good to see that
I
the
know.
scouts have made them.
It's just
I know in past years,
we got
the
the Cobra
Pinewood
Kai,
Derby,
very
that
cool,
was a
very
lot of
nice
influence
touch.
by either the parents or maybe friends to build their cars. But
we got
seeing
this
that these are
nice
scout built,
very
really
cool,
good to
like
see.
I don't know, hammerhead.
That's a very
sight.
interesting design. That's very aerodynamic based. I think that's going to perform very well. You know,
Definitely winning.
it's interesting to see how different cars are focused on different things. You know, you have some that are focused more on aerodynamics and some that are more design based. You know?
Yes.
But there are awards for different categories. We're going to see that today.
Nice looking.
Interesting
Like a
design. Tricolor.
We got the Lowe's car that looks like a NASCAR. Definitely could be.
I like the sponsorship of
Sponsorship.
Very realistic. Very realistic. Yes.
the use of.
Then we got this nice skull one. Very cool. I like this one a lot.
Oh,
Very
some
creative.
design points, I believe
Yes,
that's
like it a lot.
very interesting.
And then we have this nice Aero car. It's really nice. Definitely would have done that. I'd
Interesting
done that
design,
car
but
a
also
couple
you know,
years
something
ago.
that incorporates
Very
a lot of speed and
aerodynamic car.
function. So I believe that'll
Definitely will work.
be a very effective car in this race today.
We got another Aero kind of car. Also,
Now,
very speedy,
I
like
made a
said,
car
very
similar to
aerodynamic.
this when
Flames
I
are a nice touch.
Derby in Pack 475. It had a similar shape, and its name was Aerodynamics with Aero.
How did you place in that?
Not too well.
Well, hopefully we expect better from this car
Yes.
today. I see there's a lot better use of weights than when you had it.
Yes.
Yeah. 100% agree.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
very
we got the
interesting.
tomahawk
With the
looking
scheme, it
one.
looks like a
Very
broom.
cool.
Is that what
Very
you say?
unique.
I'm not sure.
I'd say it's a
Haven't seen a
broom.
car
Yeah.
like that before.
That's an interesting use of materials. I think that'll earn it some points in the style
This
section
one, I
of
like this
today's
one a lot. Also looks
judgment.
very realistic.
The dual
Yeah, this
exhaust.
one's
is
definitely
That's
very
something
realistic, really
I'm
I
good
like
interested
looking
in.
that
as
feature
well.
of that car.
Like it a lot, like the Lowe's car. Definitely gonna win some races. We also got the flame car, with the R on it.
I'm not sure if that's
Definitely a nice
paint
touch.
or decals, but it looks
Very
very
Yeah.
deep.
Very
aerodynamic.
detailed.
Definitely
Similar
looks
design to the one that we just saw. It's interesting to see how these cars are going to compete and what's going to actually give them an edge over each other. You know, when a lot of them have very similar design plans.
Yes. It'll be interesting to see that.
Now we got the yellow jacket. Very speedy car. Definitely looks like it's gonna win a bunch of races.
It's a more classic wedge shape. That's something we see a lot in Pinewood Derby, and it's something that tends to perform very well. And I think that we're going to see
It's
a
the
lot of that.
classic. And yeah, right. As Jackson said, it does very well. It's usually a fast design.
Yeah, this one's definitely really fast. Definitely gonna win some races. Really nice design. Number 20.
Here's another wedge
Mhm.
shaped car.
That's something that's a little modified because, as you see on the camera there, the front is actually angled a little bit. And I'm wondering
Right.
if that's going to actually make it perform better or if it'll detract from the wedge shape.
And also on this car, we're seeing some weight on the back, which
Mhm.
is important in the Pinewood Derby because that's what's going to get you the head
Yes.
start going down the ramp.
This car definitely. The weights are
Weights
definitely
on
gonna
this
help the
car,
way
I
they're
really
positioned.
like.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they're custom or, but they look very aerodynamic
Mhm.
and almost drag resistant.
And they also incorporate well into the design. I think that's also a stylistic choice in that. And I'm interested in see how this car's going to perform. Very good work.
Ooh,
All right, a classic wedge shape, and this is something that we see a lot in Pinewood Derby, where some of the drivers integrate Legos into their
Yes.
designs, and I always like those because they're fairly creative in their design.
They add a personal
They
flair.
do. They have a nice touch on them. This is interesting. I see this one has custom wheels, and I think that's something that you don't see very often on Pinewood Derby cars, and it gives it a definite accent to like a very nice touch when you're looking at these cars. I also see that there is some it's weighted in the back under the tape. I presume it's tape. Mm-hmm.
I agree with Jackson.
number 25.
This car is an interesting design. What do you think?
The red one? Or
The red one.
yeah, I made a car looking similar to that. I believe it was my second year of the Pinewood Derby. That one I did the best with. So let's see how this car does. It'll be interesting to
Mhm.
see. But the car on the right of that also looks very interesting with the cuts made,
Mm-hmm.
the zigzag cut.
I'm interested in both of them because they both have very curved designs, and I want to see how that's going to actually perform. Because when you see a lot of things that are very flat or have a lot of just a straight wedge, this one actually has dips in it. So is that going to increase or reduce drag? I'm actually not sure. So we're interested in seeing that today.
Right.
Bacon car.
I like it already.
We already like it. That's a very interesting design. Good paint job on that one. I think that'll earn it some points potentially for being one of the more well-designed cars. I think in terms of style. Let's see if it performs as well as it looks.
The car to the right of the bacon car, that one looks very fast. Really low to the ground, really low profile,
Mm-hmm.
nice wedge shape. I'm expecting that one to do well.
Yeah, it's a lot's been shaved off, and I think when you are taking off that much material, you are reducing some of the mass in that car, and I'm interested to see if that's going to what effect that's going to have on its ability to race. Mm-hmm. Good use of weighting in this one on the left here. I know I made a car similar to that where you have the circular weights in the back, and that's something that actually made it perform very well. So I'm interested to see how this one is going to perform. I have high hopes for this one.
It also adds a almost futuristic look to the car that I really enjoy. Now, to the right of that car, we have what looks like a rolling aquarium. And this car, is, as we said before, some
Mhm.
cars go for the aerodynamic aspect and some go for the design aspect. And this clearly went for the design. I think this is one of
They
the
went
cooler
all in on
cars.
that. I have not seen a car that incorporates something like that before. Um, and I'm interested to see how that's going to hold up on the track. Especially using glass, if it is.
Right. And we have all these in a row too.
Yes.
Right
Ooh,
next to it is.
Followed up immediately by another interesting design.
It looks like almost the Four Seasons on a car. That's a really interesting design. I'm
Mhm.
looking forward to see how that works.
Yeah. That's also another car that's very cut low to the ground.
Right. So it could be a fast one.
Mm-hmm. This is a very interesting shaped car, where it's the ones that we see where it's very low to the ground and well cut, but it's also got a very angular front. And I think that's going to significantly increase its performance. And I'm
Right.
interested to see how that's going to run against these other cars that we've looked at that are more aerodynamic. Aerodynamics. I apologize.
I think it comes down to a formula every time where
Yeah.
taking off the most weight in the front and then putting the most weight on in the back. That's the ticket right there. So I think that's what makes your car move down the track faster and gives you the advantage.
And looking at some of the comments on the right of your screen here, we'd like to thank you. Big thanks to Dolphin Financial Group. They've been very supportive of us and in the past, and I think if it wasn't for Mr. Wendell and Dolphin Financial Group, this race would not be possible. And also, we'd like to thank Rocco Melchior, our favorite assistant senior patrol leader of Troop 475. The hats are a nice touch. We just flew in from Dallas, as Mr. Wendell said. Very tiring flight. So
we're a little bit jet lagged.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, back to the cars. The one on the left, again, something we see a lot where it's a flat wedge design. And I'm interested. I think the weighting on this one is interesting. I'm expecting. I have high hopes for this. What do you think?
I agree with you, Jackson. The car on the right of that, I believe it's called the Redstone. I enjoy the
Minecraft reference.
There. You can see the lightning bolts representing the power. Also, the color scheme looks pleasing.
And I'm interested in the design as well. It is a wedge, but it has a bit of a dip in it, if you can see on your screens. And hopefully that's going to create somewhat like a low pressure zone around the car, and that should, increase the amount of speed it's going to get. So I'm interested to see how that one performs, especially with it being a nod to a game that is very dear to our hearts.
Yes. And the car right of that, Jackson, I remember you made a similar model to that.
Mm-hmm.
It was your first year, right?
Yes.
It was yellow.
But this one actually takes the design that I did and flips it around. And the problem I had was I had it very backwards, where the wedge was in the back and the larger end was in the front. But this one reverses it, and I think that's going to get a lot of performance out of this car. And so I'm interested in seeing how it's going to work.
I agree.
Well, this is an interesting one. It incorporates soccer in its design.
I really enjoy the adding of personal flair to the car. I know some people go for the winning race, but what I always did was going for the coolest design and something that really I felt like building.
Well, Colin, I wouldn't discount it immediately. This does have potential to win the race. It's an interesting design as well.
I would agree.
Well, appreciate the nod to soccer or football to our European viewers out there.
This black car is looking very sleek, and I'm not sure if those are weights or designs.
What if they are? I think that would give it an edge, and how it's
Right.
very
It's going to keep it closer to the track.
methodical in how it distributes its weight. I think had a lot of thought that went into that.
Right.
So hopefully that it should give it an edge.
Here is another car that we're looking at. It looks like it's been cut low, it's low to the ground, and that's always good for your speed.
And also, I like to notice how the back is actually sloped up. I'm wondering if that's going to take the air that's created a drag and actually push it under the car, and that could potentially give it an edge over some of the cars that we've seen that just have a flat back. And this last car here, very interesting design. It seems to incorporate designs from the Mandalorian, which is
Is that a Baby Yoda I see?
it is. Yeah. Very interesting. Although I just simply we started watching the show recently, so I'm
Yes.
interested to see how it's going to perform and if it's going to hold up to the expectations we have from the series. And if you'll notice, some of these cars have black smudges around the edges. And Colin, can you tell them what that is? So some of our viewers who are unaware.
The black smudges on the edges is because of graphite, and you put graphite on your wheels of the Pinewood Derby car, and it helps to reduce friction so that you can move down the track faster.
Yeah, these scouts are doing pretty much anything they can to get an edge over their competition. Because in the Pinewood Derby, victory comes down to merely a fraction of a second. So, what do you think? What have you seen out here today that could potentially give a scout an edge over the competing cars?
I think even as little as a smooth paint job or a smooth sanding can really change your time on the track. Also, weighting, the distribution of weight, that helps. Anything can play a factor. Even your lane on the track. If one is cleaner than the other, that can different times.
And that's why we run, different heats on the track. So, we get like an average score of your car on all the different tracks. So it's not just, so we eliminate that variable in our trials. So I'm interested to see, what the design is going to be the fastest. Because, it's been a while since we've seen a Pinewood Derby in action. And, that's why I'm so excited to be here today. And what is your money on? What would you say you think is the most aerodynamic design out here?
I think anything that's going to be low to the track and very aerodynamic shape. So a wedge or a wedge.
Okay, so a wedge. I'm interested to see the designs that have a large front and then narrow out in the middle and then widen out at the back again. Especially the ones with weight at the back. I think those are going to be the most effective in how they're reducing the air resistance around the middle of the car. I've built a design similar to that. It performed very well back in my day, the glory days.
Yeah.
But now that we're retired, I think this is going to be an interesting race, and I'm very excited to see all these cars perform.
I've not seen a Pinewood Derby in some time, and I'm very excited.
This is probably one of the more interesting ones we've seen so far. I mean, we've yet to even start. Big thank you to our cameraman Zach, for the excellent work over there. Trey and Zach, what are you guys' opinion over there? I'd like to hear a little bit from you guys on what you think is going to be going down in the race. In the meantime, while we're getting some commentary from our floor guys, here's Trey McCormick. What is your expectations and predictions for this race today?
Honestly, I think the more, aerodynamic cars are going to win. The ones that have the weight specifically in the back definitely help a lot, especially with the weight distribution. The weight goes down the track really makes a big difference. I actually won a Pinewood Derby a couple years ago, and the weight in the back is probably the reason I won. And the graphite reduces the friction so much, it definitely helped a lot. I think there's a lot of good cars that could definitely be some huge forces. I mean, very aerodynamic, speedy cars.
Thank you, Trey, for your commentary.
I have heard another good way to make your car faster is what people will do is they'll have three wheels touching the ground, and the other one they'll raise slightly. And I'm not sure what it does, but it's been tested, and it does make your car faster. So I'm not sure how many of our scouts have done that.
I am interested in what cars did actually play with the wheels. We're going to be beginning here shortly. The race is expecting.
How does it work?
So we're going to be beginning here shortly. Just to wrap up, I think, putting some final commentary on what we're expecting to see here today. Typically with Pinewood Derbies, what you see is you have a lot of, you have like a couple of like main competitors, like where you're going to see 3 or 4 or maybe 5 cars that are definitely going to be filling the top spots. And you're going to have a group behind them, which are going to be, they're going to be having fairly similar times. But I'm interested to see these top 5 and, the difference that you see in their times. Sometimes it comes down to like milliseconds, like fractions of a second. And, so doing it, like all those little strategies, like we mentioned, can really give your car an edge over the competition.
I agree. So, without further ado, I would like to thank Pack 475 for letting us come out today. It's been a joy giving us commentary on the cars. It's been really nice to see what a Pinewood Derby looks like for quite some time. And do you have any else?
I mean, I think it's interesting to see how a Pinewood Derby has progressed. When we started out, we had a wooden track, and so back when we were in the pack, I think it's really progressed since then, and I think it's become better, especially with this new form of media we're doing. Where a lot of you guys are viewing at home. I think that's a really interesting progression of how Pinewood Derbies are.
I agree.
Of course.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Wendell.
All right, so we had some commentary thanks to Boy Scouts in Troop 475. We are going to start shortly. We're going to begin with some comments from the pack master, Todd. He'll be here to join us. They're running some kinks in the track as usual, because this is what we always have. And then we're going to do some flag ceremony, and we'll have that streamed. So we're going to begin in a moment or two, so just stay with us. In the meantime, what I want to do, the American Knights, which is a Webelos 2 group, they're going to be graduating and crossing over next. I'm just going to play a quick commercial that they had. Hopefully the audio's okay, but they just recorded this with love. So let's...
No, we're not. Hello, this is the American Knights from Pack 475. We would like to thank you for all of the fun we've had these past years as Cub Scouts. We would like to thank the adults who helped us along the way, especially to my dad to be our den leader. We'll miss you, Pack 475. Have fun at that.
All right, so here is our pack master, Todd Melchior. Welcome. All right, so here we go. Now we're good. So we're going to start. Why aren't we starting yet? What is it? We got 3 minutes.
We have 3 minutes for start. We are, as usual, no race runs perfect. Sometimes there's rain delays. Sometimes there's, what do you get? Stuff on the track, things like that. This year, electrical. But we're almost there.
Electrical. And we also, I want to show everyone what we're going to be looking at. We're going to have we're going to have different camera angles. We're going to have the finish line, which is being tested right now. We're going to have the starting gate, which is also nothing there yet, but we're going to have these cameras, and then we're going to have all the results up. So, during the pack, in the past, we have all the screen showing who's next and what the results are. We're going to have that on the screen with you, so you'll be able to watch it. I think it's even better doing it this way than in person. Although
I'm going to say this is our first live stream of any pack event that I'm aware of as well.
Oh, really?
So I'm excited.
So don't blow it.
Yeah, exactly.
So, as we wait, I'm going to throw up another little video from the American Knights, Webelos 2. They didn't do so well. Hopefully the audio comes through, but even if it doesn't, you can watch them silly. This is, I think, their third attempt, not their final attempt, but their third attempt. Let's watch this.
Gordon! You liked it? Eat some burgers, have some cookies, put the burger on your ketchup. Tony, turn around. Pinewood Derby. Have some candy. Pinewood Derby. Have some candy. Have 475. Have some candy. The fire is still going. Smart.
Well, there it is.
There we go.
I'm proud to say that that's my den. We started with, I think, 7 or 9 when they were Tigers, and then now we're down to 5. So many have moved away to other states. Hopefully they stuck with Scouts. But this is going to be my final Pinewood Derby as a parent. Now, I might have one as a grandparent, but this is going to be my final one. I remember the first one was Peter, and he was a Tiger, and he built a tank. He wanted to build a tank. So he actually put a plastic tank wheels alongside, and it was so wide that when we came to test it the day before, it wouldn't fit in the track. It got stuck, so it wouldn't even go down. So we had to shave it off that night, and he effectively was the slowest car in the race. on every race, which was
But it won
great because
design,
it was a
didn't it?
tank, and it did win design. So he got the bug after that, and that gave all the rest of my boys the thought that, hey, we're going to focus on design instead of
I was going to say, Dan,
speed.
we've done a lot of Pinewood Derbies together now between both our boys growing up. And I think design has always been where your boys have shined, if I remember correctly. Almost every year. I think we had a stapler last year.
Yeah, we had a pencil. And this year, Jonathan and Zachary went with design again. Zachary built a soccer field, and Jonathan put some trees together and called it the Four Seasons.
I was expecting a hotel when I saw that.
Well, it was not designed for aerodynamics, I'll say that. And my hope is that it'll clear the track.
It looked good. It looked good size-wise. I think we're going to be okay.
But if a tree falls off onto the track and disrupts the other cars, it's not my fault. That's Jonathan's fault. The Weeblo too.
Have we welcomed everyone to 2020 Pinewood Derby?
No, we have not done anything yet. We just did commentary on all the cars, and we're going to start the flag ceremony shortly. So if you want to give some welcoming comments, we can get that going.
Again, this is our first Pinewood Derby live stream. So let me welcome you all to the Pack 475 Pinewood Derby of 2020-2021. As you know, this has been an unusual year for everybody, but we've had a lot of volunteers come together and make this work. Our first live stream, our first Pinewood Derby set up in the direction it's going. It's also a new direction. So I'm looking forward to an exciting time with everybody coming in. And I think we have almost 40 cars racing this year. So it's going to be an exciting time. It might be our quickest Pinewood Derby yet.
It might be the quickest, but it's different. And I think we'll be able to fill in some commentary and maybe some interviews with the car designers. And we have some comments online. Trish Short, live stream is very cool. I agree. John Proctor, the pre-race was awesome. I don't know, Todd, you weren't there to see it, but we had Jackson and Colin Bolts and Trey McCormick out there doing the pre-race commentary. And we had Zach on the camera, so he didn't get credit for it. He was a man behind the scenes. But we have Austin Davis. He's going to be videoing the camera footage for the opening ceremony, which we're about to start. So you think
let me head over that way, and we'll get them started. We got to start it off right with our pledge and our oath and law.
That's right. So let me add Austin's camera to the stream here, and let's see if I can find him here.
I'm going to head over that way.
All right. And we're going to start in a brief moment, 30 seconds. All right, welcome back. As you can see, we're going to have a couple of Weeblos up front doing the usual business. So, yeah, hopefully those online, if you want to comment, feel free. I do see the comments as they come. So let's go Rivers and Finn. All right, we got some favorites up there. All right, here we go. Let me just put this screen up front. All right. Thank you, boys. All right, let's get started on this. So what we're going to be doing next is I'm going to be adding the cameras for the different track positions so we could see the cars. Have we run a test yet? Not yet. So we're going to take a quick break as we get ready to set up. We might ask some people maybe to come outside, that way some people that have been here are able to come in. So we're trying to make sure everyone can come in and take it out, so we're also going to be respectful and let everyone be recycling and cycle out. Just got the TV working outside and just watching our live stream, so we'll be able to miss anything at all, okay? Thank you very much. All right. All right, Dennis, good luck to all indeed. Thank you for the comments. All right, so I'm going to pass the mic over to the commentators again, but on the screen you could see who's coming up next, what the race results are. I'm going to try and get the final camera up in a moment here. But I'm working on that, and my mouse is no longer moving, so that's going to be the issue we face. I'm working on it, folks. I've lost control of my mouse. All right, technical difficulties. This is always fun.
No, it should have already reset, so just let it go.
All right. Let's see if I can get my mouse to work. I've lost. Do we have an external mouse? Anyone? All right. Well, the feed's working. I just can't control it at this point. What do you think of that, Trey?
I don't know. Does it?
Do you guys have technical difficulties in high school?
Yes, we do. It's called not getting your schoolwork done.
Not getting your schoolwork done. Well, I tested this beforehand, and as you can see, I can't control anything. So I'm going to try and get it back. All right. Let me see if I can do this. All right. Now I'm back. Okay, so let me see if I can get that camera at the bottom there. Looks like we lost the finish line cam. But once we get that finish line cam in, we'll be ready to start. How close are we ready to start? And you know how we always start. Do you remember how you start, what we say?
3, 2, 1.
No, we don't do 3, 2, 1. We do 4, 7, 5.
Yes. I was thinking one of the two.
All right. Let me see if I can try this one more time. So as you guys, you're getting a quick, the viewers are getting a front row seat to the technical difficulties that we're having. Let me just do this.
Apparently Mario Andretti came in late with his car, so we have to register his car too.
We have an announcement to make. Some very, very exciting news. Mario Andretti is entering the race. We just found that out, so we're adding that car right now. So I'm going to pass the baton. You guys are up.
Wow.
Make sure you introduce yourselves.
Thank you, Mr. Wendell. I am Zach Phillips.
I'm Trey McCormick. We're gonna be your commentators for this heat.
So,
While we're entering this car, I guess we'll entertain you
yeah.
somewhat.
So, me and Trey have been in Scouts for a very long time, and we're both in the Cub Scouts.
Mhm.
I came into scouting when I was in second grade, and Trey, when did you?
I came into scouting when I was a tiger, but very
So-
late.
First grade.
Yeah. I would say to all you Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts is a lot of fun too. It's definitely something you should do.
Yes. Is also very helpful and
Mm-hmm.
fun.
Eagle Scout is very prestigious. You definitely join Boy Scouts and definitely get your Eagle Scout. It'll help you with a lot of things, not just in Scouts, but in your actual life after Scouts and after high school.
All right.
Looks like we're almost ready.
Okay, so
Almost entered.
the
Need like elevator music.
yeah.
Oh,
All right.
I gotta think about
The
that.
last time I did Pinewood Derby, I was a Weeblo 2, and I came in second place. And my knowledge that I can tell you guys would be, the more weight you put in the back of the car, the faster it would go down, and um, also the more aerodynamic and closer to the track is what's going to cause the more acceleration in the car.
Yeah, something I used to do is we used to sand down the nails. That way the wheels could actually move with less friction. It definitely helped a lot. And I mean, when it comes down to it, you definitely need those extra just few nanoseconds even just to win that. Not even nanoseconds, milliseconds. I don't even know what I'm saying. But it definitely helps.
Yeah, when I built my cars, I would carve out the inside of it to put in the fishing weights to,
Mhm.
and then fill in the bum with putty to hold it together.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of graphite gets used to create less friction with the wheels in the ground, so then it's able to move faster.
Oh, yeah. Graphite is essential in the Pinewood Derby. Looks like we're almost ready here.
Yeah.
We're
So
about to get the cars loaded. We're gonna be doing an interview with Austin Davis.
and with a person competing within the competition.
Let's see it. All right. So, are you looking forward to being in the race, and do you think you'll win? All right, nice. How long did it take you to build your car? When did you start?
We're gonna get started.
Okay. Did you enjoy building your car and kind of customizing it? Was that a lot of fun for you? Or are you more excited about the race?
All right.
All right, we're about to start the race. Cars are up.
We have the Grand Prix ready with.
I'm gonna add a couple of streams here.
So we are adding in the streams for Heat 1, which is
In lane 1, we have. You want to do?
no, just the first name. In lane 1, we have John Astrad.
In lane 2, we have Dalton Rohak.
In lane 3, we have Reese Melchior.
Number 12. In lane 4, we have we have Jackson Roberts, car number 20.
In lane 5, we have Logan Thomas with number 29.
In lane 6, we have Carson Smekal.
Number 39.
Number 39.
In lane 7, we have Jacob Glass, number 7.
In lane 8, we have Zach Reese, car number 19. And that's your racers for the first heat.
You need to remind everybody what our countdown is.
475. All right,
I think so.
we are ready.
We're about to start the first race. Very
The
exciting.
cars are lined up, and the countdown is beginning soon.
You guys at home, you can also say 475 when the race starts.
All right, so
Let's see it.
I got car numbers 1, 6, 12, 20, 29. Hey, boys, 39, warming up. We gotta go.
All right.
Yes. Let's scroll down.
All right. We're about to start counting down.
Yes.
If I disconnect your HDMI to go to the projector, is that gonna mess with you? There's your second screen up there.
Not anymore.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, this year it's definitely more difficult. We have far more technical difficulties due to the live stream. So thank you to everyone
Alright.
that's putting in the work to get this for you guys at home too.
Okay, so we have gain connection.
All right.
All right, there we go. We're ready.
We're looking for our countdown. You guys remember how we start races?
Yep.
All right, let's hear it.
4, 7, 5.
Go! Push that car down, please.
I told you, number 1, knew it was gonna be fast, real speedy,
Okay, guys, you're not in my pit crew.
like a
You're not in the
silver
pit
bullet.
crew. I need you guys on the other side. We have to have room for our guys to work over here, okay?
All right. So We are switching out with the next co-hosts for the next heat, or if they are here. They're going to arrive soon. Yeah, so it looks like
we're getting ready for a second heat.
Lane 1 came in first place, Lane 2 came in second, Lane 3 came in fifth, Lane 4 came in fourth place, Lane 5 came in third, Lane 6 came in sixth, Lane 7 came in seventh, and Lane 8 came in eighth.
That was a really good race.
It was very close between second, third, and
If you see
fourth.
comments, you can always click on a comment. You know what I'm saying? So you just go back to it.
Yeah, Alex.
All right.
Great run.
Well, thank you very much to Zach and Trey. Again, that was a very exciting race. What do you think, Colin?
I believe it was very exciting. I got to see how those particular scouts did in the race. Here, you want to scoot over?
Sure.
Cool. All right, so what are we looking at right here? Is this the-
All right. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay, it's like this.
So we're looking at schedule heat 2, right? All right. So for heat 2, in lane 1 we have Mario Escaraga with the Speedo flight car. You want to split them up, all right?
In lane 2, we have Glass.
Glass
we have
first.
Jacob Glass in lane 2.
Yep, and he's using the Racer 1 car. In lane 3, we have Evan Morosky with the Rocket car.
In lane 4, we have Julian Roberts with the.
Okay. I think I'm racing for the money. I believe that was the one that was the money car.
Yes.
I'm interested to see how that one performs because that was quite funny. I got a kick out of that. We have Julian Roberts with. Oh, wait, we just did that. All right, and then we have Alex Tooting with black and blue flame car.
Lane 6, we have Sean Mooneyhan with the Yoda car. That's with the car with the mini figurine of Baby Yoda that we saw.
And we have Jake Holdhouse racing Cobra Kai.
And finally, in lane 8, we have Jackson Roberts with the Bruiser car.
Taking a look at these cars, we have some interesting ones on here. Like we said, I'm interested to see which design performs the best. Do you have a specific car that you have your money on, Colin?
I really don't know.
I'm not sure. I'm probably thinking. I'm going to say lane 3. What do you think?
I think lane 5. That car is
All
really
right.
low to the ground,
So-
really slick looking.
We'll see who is the better announcer of the two of us. May the best man win, and may the best car and Cub Scout win. I'm interested to see how you guys perform. This is going to be a really interesting heat, in my opinion. We have there's not a lot of similarity in the design, so this is going to be
This
real.
is a very variety.
Yeah,
of a-
we're expecting to see a real difference in the scores that we were getting here. We're just having some. We're about ready to start the race here. Moving forward, I expect to see something similar to that last heat where we had that was an interesting
very
one.
close.
It was a close race.
Each car finished within seconds of each other. They each had about the same average speed.
Yep. But it really comes down to the wire on these, and that's why we run these multiple heats because it does depend on what track you're using. So everyone's car is going to go through each of the 8 tracks, so that way we're going to have like a real average of how your car actually performs.
So in this race, we do have 39 cars, and we are doing 39 heats. To make sure that there's no errors, no make sure we're
Yep.
just getting a really accurate sense of the data.
Yep. And Zach and Trey and Colin and I will be swapping out in between each heat, so you can get a varied commentary on what's going down here on the field. Right now, it looks like there's tensions are high as we're looking at what's going on. I think there's a tire actually on the track right now that's causing some blockage. One of the cars on the last race, I don't believe, made it to the finish line. I think we had a technical failure on it, and it looks like they're fixing it right now, trying to repair the track. Mm-hmm. All right, so I should have the headset on then, so I can hear. I'll just put one ear up to it. It's cool. All right.
All right, so we are going to be joining Austin Davis with a.
Austin is having an interview with
guys.
one of the racers. So.
He's looking for a scout to interview currently.
This is all part of the interview process. This is something that we've seen here a lot on this track. There's plenty of racers. We have how many do we have? Do we know how many scouts we have racing?
39 scouts, almost 40.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay.
39
I
cars.
suppose,
I hope there's one scout.
Yeah,
in
that
the
would
car.
we would hope that. But yeah, we have 39 racers out here today, and some of you are online, but we have plenty here today that are willing to give their opinion on the race and how they think their car is going to perform. So just whenever Austin's ready, we're gonna ask some questions and get an opinion on how the race is gonna play out. Yeah, we're just working on some of the cameras we're having available on the stream, so that we can get multiple views and see what's going on, especially down here on the track. We are still having some technical difficulties with the track.
Yep.
We're looking at Austin's actually about to film that right
He's
now,
getting
so you
up
guys
on-
can see what we're working with here, where we have something that you can see at the finish line here. They're actually repairing the track. This is something that's fairly regular at Pinewood Derbies. There's always something that bounds to go wrong, and when you have such a high speed race as something like this.
And also, the last heat we saw that there was a malfunction with lane 8. It didn't record the right time. So that's what they're working on right here.
Yeah. So hopefully that is not going to impact other races that we have.
That car still has many more.
We have 7 more tracks to go through, and if that is something that continues to happen on that track, I think that'll just be averaged into everyone's score,
Right.
And so that won't really affect anyone negatively. So hopefully we can get this fixed, though. Going back to looking at some of the designs we have up on the board here, I'm interested in some of these cars. A lot of them I think are in competition to win the design factor of the track. As you can see, Austin is moving up here on some of the cars we have available. I think we have a strong mix of cars in this heat. We have some that are definitely slated to win the race itself, and we have some that are slated to win for design. And I think
And as Austin's moving up here, you can see what we're working with. These are the cars that we have. That's the money car that we saw previously. I really like that design.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's important to say that that design competition and the race competition are fairly just as important, and there are awards for both categories.
They're equally.
Yeah. And I think
awarded for.
there's a lot of awards that you can get in the design category. I think there's best use of color, or like best use of best design choice, and there's plenty of awards that are going to be given out to cars that have the best design. And I think some of them are on the track right now that I think have potential to certainly take the day.
So Austin, can you look at these? So we're gonna look at the cars that are currently on the track, right here.
Mm-hmm.
This is lane 8. So this is Jackson Roberts' car.
Yep, and I'm interested to see, like I said, with that carved wedge. I think that has the potential to be very strong.
So this right here is the car that's my money's on, the black car that's really low to the ground. I think that's going to be really fast.
Here's yellow and orange car, that's the one that's got the aerodynamic weights on it. And I'm interested
Is
to see how that
the one that you said?
plays out. No, I think the one next to it, the one on the left, that's the one that I have my money on. That's probably, in
The
my
Arrow?
opinion, the Arrow is probably one of the better shapes you see in Pinewood Derby races. And I'm interested to see how that's going to.
Well, we'll see how you do because
I-
you're a
yeah.
physics class and I'm not.
Well, I'm not necessarily good at it, so
Right.
we'll see what the results are coming up here in a moment once we get this track fixed. This track is not necessarily very new. I think how long ago was that? It was
7,
how old
8
would you say
years?
the track is? This current one we're using.
8 years.
Mm-hmm.
8 or 9.
It's 8 or 9 years old.
But 35 feet.
Yep.
So when we first actually started using this track, it was only 35 feet.
Mm-hmm.
We had probably 5 segments, and then later on we had another fundraiser and bought another 7-foot segment for the track.
Yep.
So we just kept adding more and more feet on, and now, as you can see in the shot, it is absolutely massive.
Yes. And some of the features that are on this one I think are a lot cooler than the one that, because when we were racing cars, we had a wooden track, we had an older one. And some of the features I think that are really cool on this track is, as you can see on the end there, there's that sensor bar.
It's very precise.
It's very precise. It's a lot more in tune than the ones we were using. And also, I think what's important is the pads on the end. What do you think about those?
It's very important because what we did have when we had the wooden track is we had a scout holding a pillow at the end of the track, and the cars would hit the pillow going fast, and it would oftentimes break the car or damage the car. But the stop function on this track, the rubber stop, it stops the car really quickly and it doesn't damage it.
Yep. That was the problem with I think the older ones is I think was that was damaging the cars, but 'cause sometimes we wouldn't be able to catch all of them, and your car would hit the ground, and then that could certainly impact your performance in a race. With these ones, it does cause a lot of friction, so that there is a potential that if you don't have a wheel bolted on properly, that could come flying off. And I think that's what we might have seen in the last one. I think we had reports that there was a wheel lost on the track. So I hope that car is able to repair quickly enough, and that we have the lane fixed in time for the next heat that's coming up here, heat 2 out of 39. So hope you guys can bear with us here as we proceed in this race.
Hopefully.
He's gonna do an interview outside.
Oh, so I believe Austin is getting ready for an interview.
Oh, no, we're back.
Or we are back online, so
All right.
we're ready to start. We're ready for the second heat.
Looks like we are ready for race 2 coming up here.
All right, so we're going to count off, everyone.
4, 7, 5, go. Oh, and they're off. All right, look at that.
All right,
All right.
so what we see here is in lane 3, which was the Arrow car.
Yep.
Jackson.
As I predicted, that was the one that took the day. Lane 3, who was that? That was Evan Morosky taking the day on that one.
Nice job to Evan. And it looked like on lane 7, the car, it didn't get all the way to the end. Stopped prematurely.
And
on the
that's
track.
something that happens, in a lot of
Right.
these races.
If
that does
the
depend on
wheels
the
are too
track.
loose, or if it collides.
It
with the
does not
track.
appear that like we're getting scores up on the screen, so we're just waiting on those to come in. But we're just giving you a view of what we can see from here on the track with the sensors. What was your prediction, Colin? You said lane 5.
I said lane 5.
I was
which
lane 5
placed
looking.
4th.
That's still a fairly high ranking. You were correct in saying that was going to be a very fast car, and I think that was indeed.
So what do I owe you?
$5
Okay, I'll get to you
a
later.
later time.
So we are preparing for the third heat.
Yep.
The scouts that we do have working the finish line.
Yep, and we're waiting for the scores to come in, and once those are, we're going to briefly comment on them, and then we're going to have Zach and Trey back out here. They're waiting to take up for the third heat, and I expect they're going to give another interesting comment on commentary on what's going to be another interesting race.
I agree. The scouts that we have working the finish line work extremely fast. They had the cars back in their boxes in seconds, it feels like. And now they're being lined up again to go in their second, third, fourth, and fifth heat.
And we do have a lot of comments coming in on the side here. of parents and scouts and scouters that are showing support for their racers, and I think that's really interesting.
Yeah.
So
We haven't done anything
Mhm.
like this.
we appreciate all your support and your patience with this new system that we're using here.
Wow, 2.66.
We're just waiting on these scores to
The
come in,
scores are coming in.
and then we're gonna be passing off to our cohort over here. Okay. So are we doing another one before you guys switch out?
Okay.
Okay, so change of plans here actually on the track. Some split-second decision making here that we like to see in the Pinewood Derby.
Yes.
You tell them what we decided.
So what we just decided is Zach and Trey, we're going to be swapping out every 2 heats. So Jackson and I will be
We're sticking
staying
around for another race.
for yet another race.
Yours truly. We have another race to comment on.
So keeping up with the tradition, once we get these new cars on, me and Jackson will make a bet,
310.
and then see how that plays out. Perhaps I will beat him. Perhaps he will beat me again.
I really am a fan of that aero design. That is something that I used when I had my 1 year where I was actually going for a race win, because I was personally one of the design people. I think there's a lot of people out there that value the design aspect more. But there was one year that I decided to go for the win, and that's the design I made, and that performed really well. I think I took 3rd place in the entire Pinewood Derby. So there still is room for there to be a better design, but I think that's one that's tried and true.
So as we were saying in the pre-race, if you were tuned in at that point, Jackson and I were talking about the different designs in the cars and how a pointed front and a wedge shape combined together.
All right, it looks like
we are
loading up for the
staging
3rd
for
heat.
next heat.
Apologies for not having the scores up on the screen, but we are trying to announce them as we are moving on. In lane 1 we have Colin Benson with the Money Mobile, and that's the one I think that we were seeing. The one that we All right, and then in lane 2 we have Jake Holthouse again coming in from lane 7 in the last race, and that is the Cobra Kai car. Oh, hold on, we just had something switch up. I think we just switched to a different heat on the screen. Oh no, we're back. Okay, that's odd. I think we're having a bit of delay on our side of the screen.
Doing a test run.
We're looks like we're doing a test run of the track here, so just trying to make sure everything is working in working order, making sure the sensors are working properly. So just bear with us here as we perform more tests on the track to be sure the score system is properly working. In the meantime, what are you thinking about this heat 3? Looking at the lineup.
I couldn't tell you from just the names. I have to see the cars. But
we are seeing some repeat racers.
I believe one of the times last heat was in the 2-second range, which is
that's where you want to be. I think.
That's a very admirable time. Most cars you see coming through here, it's 3.5 seconds,
something.
3 seconds.
Yep.
But if you get under 3 seconds, that's
when you get competitive.
Right.
And that's what we said earlier. How you have a couple of cars that are going to be within a certain score range that are going to be the ones that are really competing with each other, and the rest are kind of scrambling for seats in the lesser positions. And I think out of 39, we're going to see maybe 6 or 7 that are really competitive today.
So what we could keep our eyes out for is times under 3 seconds or times very close to 3 seconds.
Yep. This one up here that we have up on our screen peaked at 185 miles an hour, and I think as you near that 200 range as well, that's where you want to be. I'm not sure I don't think I've ever seen one actually top 200, but it's possible. I believe.
Sure. So Jackson, as we are doing this Pinewood Derby in the year 2021, what do you see that's different from when we were in the troop or when you were doing the Pinewood Derby?
Oh, as we talked about, the track is certainly a new feature that we're working with, and I think this system has gotten a lot more efficient. We know what we're doing, whereas we are currently testing to be sure we're rid of technical difficulties, but there's definitely less than there have been in past years. And I think with the new online system, we are adapting to what's going on in this day and age, and I think we're doing that really well. Whereas other troops, I don't think or packs would be able to really handle what's going on and still manage to have a Pinewood Derby. And it looks like Austin Davis is about to do another interview, so we're about to shortly check in with him. those refreshments available for you. Like we said, pulled pork sandwiches are $5.
Right.
So I'm not sure if we're serving it, but you guys are welcome to go and look. And those that you are online, sorry you couldn't make it with us. We're glad to have all of you who are online. It looks like right now we have 43 viewers. That's something I think that's incredible.
That's almost as much as people we have here,
Mhm.
maybe more.
We're back. Hold on.
And we apologize for not having the results of the second heat. I see we have a comment here. That's why we're currently doing a test of the track right now to see what's going on with the system. We're about to launch a test run here, but this is heat 3. Oh, okay, we're moving on with heat 3. Actually, we are tested already.
I see a fish tank on the track.
Right. So Austin, can you go check out the cars? To the camera?
Again, my prediction is on lane 3, the similar shape. And as well, we have the fish tank car. I think that's really my choice for design winner of the day.
Is that
That is looking like lane. That's lane 5.
So David Weeklew, I believe, has the coolest looking car.
7, 5. And they're off. Oh, and like I said again, lane 3 came in again. That's a very strong design. Congratulations to Ryan Morosky. Actually, I think the brother of Evan Morosky, who was the winner of the last race.
Seems to run in the family.
Yep. Oh, and our numbers are up and working, so we do have the results of this heat. Oop. Yep. So the car OK Boomer's in first place, like I predicted. And second place we have the Silver Sword. And like we said in that last race, he really did near 3 seconds. And
right.
That's where you want to be, 3, 2 if possible. All right, so that was the third heat. That concludes our 2. So we're going to be swapping out with Trey and Zach again. Thank you for your patience on that
technical difficulties.
Race and the technical difficulties. So we're going to hand the floor over to these guys.
16.
All right. So now that we have all of the technology problems
Sorted out.
finished,
Yeah.
we
This should
can-
be a lot quicker now.
Yeah.
42.
Hey, Zach, you want to hear a joke?
Sure.
Race card spelled backwards is race car, but race card sideways is how Paul Walker died.
Okay.
Oh, okay, we're ready.
7,
5. Ooh, that was a really close one.
Yes.
All the cars were speedy. Like I said, very few seconds between each racer can be the difference between first place and 8th place.
Yeah. So they are entering in the final results for the race. But in lane 1 came in 5th place. Lane 2 came in 3rd. Lane 3 came in 6th. Lane 4 came in 1st. Lane 5 came in 8th. Lane 6 came in 2nd. Lane 7th came in 7th. And then lane 8 came in 4th.
Every 2.
So
Man, I was not expecting ATM to win. I will not lie. I was definitely the underdog in this race. Love to see it. It was a very close race, though.
So we are on
In the next heat,
right here.
we have Tony.
Say Tony.
Yeah.
Tony in lane 1.
Tony in lane 1. We have
Number
Aiden in lane 2. Number 10. We have Finn in
Lane 3.
Lane 3. Number 17. We have Harrison in lane 4. Number 25. We have Jonathan Wendell in lane 5. Number 33. Zach, you want to do the rest of those?
And then we have Connor in lane 6, number 42. And then, we have John in as number 1 in lane 6. Next, we have Rowan in lane 7, who is number 11. And then we have Luke, who's in lane 8 and 24.
Good luck. I don't know. Who do you think is gonna win? Just by
I don't
looking.
know, but definitely the ones that are in close
I'm gonna
to a
say
wedge.
John, based on this first performance. It was really good.
7,
5, 6.
We have
I did
a
it.
landslide
Told you,
victory
John.
in lane.
Yeah, John seems
6.
to be doing really good. I definitely think he could win this one. But he
Yeah.
has some fierce competitors too.
His silver car definitely.
Definitely has some speed.
Yeah, he completed that.
3.11 seconds.
Yeah.
Very quick.
And so we're loading in the next heat. So we are in lane or heat number 6. In lane 1, we have Rohack as number 6. In lane 2, we have Rowan, number 11. Lane 3, we have Rivers as 18. In lane 4, we have Vincent, which is also in lane 4. He's number 27. Here you go.
We have Evan. Oh,
Wait.
sorry.
Yeah, Evan.
We have Evan, number 34, in lane 5. We have Mario, car number 2, in lane 6. We have Reese in lane 7, car number 12. And then we have Harrison, car number 25, in lane 8. Oh, we're about to start.
We started a very close
race.
between
Very close.
lane 6
centimeters
and
between
7,
the cars.
with Reese Melchior and Mario Azcaraga.
Very exciting to watch. That was a great race.
It was off by less than 1 millisecond.
Oh yeah, 3.19 seconds. Still not as good as
John.
He's very speedy. Car number 1. But
And
got upwards towards 154 miles an hour. Very quick. About to have our second.
all right, so we are on heat number 7. So
We have Jacob in lane 1, car number 7. We have Reese, car number 12, in lane 2. We have Zach, number 19, in lane 3. We have Connor, number 27, in lane 4. Zach, you finish the rest of us.
we have Zachary, number 35, in lane 5. We have Colin, number 3, in lane 6. We have Evan, number 14, in lane 7, and Vincent, number 6, in lane 8.
We're about ready to go. Who's your money on?
Definitely lane 2 is where I'm betting.
Number 2?
Yeah.
I'm going to say number 5. I'm saying number 5. My money's on 5.
2 more.
That's it.
Oh,
No. You beat me. Did you say 3?
no, I said 2.
Oh. I beat him, I guess. Number 5 guy, second place. Great run. He got to 158 miles an hour, 3.12 seconds. Very close to John.
158.35 miles per hour.
Very fast. Definitely a competitor to John, who has been crushing it.
All right.
Turbo,
Okay. Before you guys get it right.
definitely doing good.
Speed will come with once you get the rhythm down, okay?
All right. We are loading in the next heat.
Next heat,
Good job.
see who
Lane 1, we have Jake with number 8. After that, we have Evan, number 14, in lane 2.
Mhm.
Lane 3, we have Jackson, number 20. And then lane 4, we have Mikey, number 28.
Yep. In lane 5, we have Dominic, number 37. We have Finn, number 4. In lane 6, we have Ryan, number 15, in lane 7. And we have Connor, number 27, in lane 8. Should be a fun race.
All right, we are ready for
I
next
think
heat.
3 is no 5. I'm saying 5 on this one. Oh,
All right, so lane number
Number
7 came in first.
great run. Very close.
Ryan with car number 15, 3.1763 seconds and 155 miles per hour.
Wow. Oh, looks like
a car did not stay together and lost weight. So the
we're gonna have to
repairmen
improvise,
are fixing it.
this might
right
not
now.
be good. Might slow him down the rest of the race. We'll see.
All right.
This has been a very exciting race. We're about to pass this over to Colin and Jackson. They've come back.
Yep.
Honestly, this is going to be a really good race.
All right.
Definitely think this is going to be a fun one.
Signing off for now until next
Couple of heats.
time we're
See you guys.
Yep.
All right, 475. Welcome back to the 9th heat of the Pinewood Derby.
We are definitely picking up speed on this.
Right. See, so Jackson and I just had ourselves a heavenly.
Pulled pork sandwich,
Pulled pork
courtesy
sandwich.
of Mr. McCormick. Those are.
Thank you to Mr. McCormick for making those for us.
Wow. And
So
we're off
there
on
goes
this
the
next
9th
heat.
heat of the Pinewood Derby.
Ooh.
All right, so first place was in lane 2. We have Ryan again.
Yep. So that's he's
So,
definitely
We
a
have
competitor
a
in this
competitor.
race.
So the times we're looking at right here.
Oh. I think that one was 3.177 seconds, and that's
3.1, which
that's
just
a competitive time.
that's the butter zone where you want to be, right next to 3 seconds.
Mhm. All right, so let's go through this next heat. We're move through the first paper of heats.
Right, we're on
So
the
that
second
is
one.
done. I mean, I only believe we only had 3.5, so we are definitely picking up speed in between these races. In lane 1, we have Aiden McBride.
Lane 2, we have Aiden Patel.
Lane 3, we have Sean Sanders.
Lane 4, we have Alex Tutting.
Lane 5, Smeckle Carson.
Lane 6, Roak Dalton.
And in lane 7, Finn Proctor.
Lane 8 is Logan Thomas.
Yep. And,
So those are our racers for this heat.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't started loading up the cars yet, so,
so
I can't make a judgment on who's
a
going to win.
call on what's going on. Car number 1 is the tricolor one, and that's going to be the Blaze. Number 2 is the broom car, Clean Sweep 11.
I'm excited to see how that one goes.
Mhm. That's a nice nod to the Harry Potter franchise.
Right.
And we have them coming in real quick now. We have the Wolf, Black and Blue Flame, and Redstone.
Ooh, the car on the Speed Racer car looks very fast.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and car number 6 is named really fast, and I have high hopes for that one. Speed Racer, and lastly we have Hammerhead Hot Rod, and I think that one is also in contention to have an excellent race out here today. What's your predictions for this race?
I'm really not sure. I think my money is on lane 7.
I'm on lane 6.
All right.
I think that's between those two. So
We will see.
Yep. And if you guys didn't see on the end of the track cam on the last race, we actually had one of the cars skip over the stoppers.
Right.
And, it's not a perfect system. So hopefully that car is okay and is not damaged in any way, and we'll still be able to perform in the next heats coming up.
The last thing you want at the Pinewood Derby is for your
a
car
to break down.
to
We've
break.
seen it too. It's happened.
It's happened to you, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
It was one of the test days. Your car broke in half.
Mm-hmm. Actually split in two. So, it's a lot of trial and error on these. Looks like we're about ready to go. I think we're going to be getting started in a few seconds here. The track is reset and looks like we are lining up to begin. Race is ready. 5, and we're off. And it looks like I was correct on car number 6.
Every time.
Roak Dalton with a time of 3.1993 seconds, 154 miles an hour. That's an excellent time. And second place, Finn Proctor, Speed Racer. So we were both very correct on what was going to take the top spots. And then Luke Savage with, never mind. And then it's Sean Sanders in number 3rd with the Wolf. Also with a good time of around 3 seconds.
This ain't our first rodeo.
Yep. Yeah, we so I'm 3 for 3.
Yes.
So hopefully I can continue a good streak of making predictions on these cars coming up. Looking at heat number 11, we have Rowan McDowell with Superbird. And Finn Proctor again. He was in lane 7 last time.
In lane 3,
good race. I think he was second in the last race.
Lane 3, we have Luke Savage with the Black Racer.
Lane 4, we have David McLew with Fishy Business.
That's one of the better design cars. That's really cool looking.
And it was actually fairly fast in one of the races I've seen.
It didn't
was
do too bad.
Not too slow for the design. And then we have Sean Mooneyhan with Yoda. I'm interested to see that one. 475. We are starting to see. We're really moving on these races here.
So it seems to be a problem with lane 1.
Yeah, but
where the car.
Rowan McDowell came in first place with 3.264 seconds. Very good time on his part. 151 miles an hour. Very fast time.
Very fast.
I'm interested to see how these standings are going to come out because we have a lot of close cars. Like even more than I expected. I expected there to be only a few that were really able to compete with for that 3 2-second time. But we're having a lot that are really out there.
I think it's in any Pinewood Derby. Most of the times are within the same second, and they really come down to the tenths of a second or hundredths of a second. Sometimes even in cases of thousandths of a second.
All right.
That will give you the win.
We are moving on to heat number 12. In lane 1, we have Bryce Melchior.
In lane number 2, we have Rivers Proctor.
Yep. Harrison Shipper in lane 3, my bad. It looks like we actually had a cameo by Marshmallow here. He's going to be performing later on if I'm not mistaken.
Not know what's happening.
And in lane 4, we have Zach Wendell.
Lane 5, we have Niall Ryan.
Lane 6, we have Jake Holthouse.
Lane 7, we have Zach Reese.
And in lane 8, David Wecklew. And I'm interested to see. We're loading the cars up here shortly. Car number 1 looks fairly interesting. And that's did we read the wrong heat?
No, we read the right heat.
Huh.
They're loading the wrong heat.
We might be having an issue on what's being displayed on the screen and what's being going on. So we're going to see how this plays out.
Not everything works as planned.
But everything is still going to be a good, fair race, and I think I'm expecting to see some interesting performances here today.
As our father says, who is Scoutmaster of the troop, there is no battle plan that survives first contact with the enemy.
And it looks like we're having someone fix the standings here right now because I think we might have accidentally skipped a heat in our race in the last one. So just bear with us as we try to get this race set up. So you're getting to see some of the behind the scenes action where usually when we're here, this is just being done on the computers. You don't really get to see it, but because we're live streaming, everything that's going on here is really visible to everyone at home.
Right.
Right now we have 36 viewers. So thank you to all of you who are online, and we appreciate your comments and your viewership. So thank you for attending.
Thank you. This looks like the right one. On the 12th heat.
Yep. All right.
Also, on the screen, we can see the track record of today held by Luke Savage. That is what we were talking about earlier with 2.6 seconds. That is
an excellent time. I think that is. I mean, hopefully, that's something he's able to maintain across all the different tracks, and that wasn't just an isolated, thing, but that's definitely going to improve his average, and I expect that is going to potentially put him in the spot to
Right.
earn victory today.
Anything well under 3 seconds, like 2.6 seconds.
185 miles an hour.
That
is our track record.
We are getting ready for the
We're
12th
already
heat.
getting ready.
So
My money is again on. I'm not even going to make a prediction on this one. It's close, and we're off. All right, we had all of them make it across the finish line. The winner is going to be
Lane
Zach
number
Reese in lane number 7 with Yellow Jacket, 3.13 seconds. That's a really good time. So congrats to him. Congrats to everyone in second and third place. In second place, Jake Holdhouse with Cobra Kai, and in third place, Rice Melchior. So hopefully, these we're starting to get through some of these heats, and it's starting to become clear, who's a real contender for the race.
Mm-hmm.
The design component of the race is still very up in the air, but
we've not been
able to really judge what's going on. Looking at Heat 13, again, we have in lane 1, Evan Morosky.
In lane 2, we have Zach Reese.
He was the winner of the previous race.
Right.
Lane 3, we have Vincent Smith.
Lane 4, we have Jonathan Wendell.
Lane 5, Connor Woolley.
Lane 6, Colton Link.
Lane 7, we have Jackson Roberts.
And in lane 8, we have Zachary Wendell.
It's interesting to see that we have two of the Wendell boys in the same race. I'm interested to see, which one of them, designed the better car, or which one's, potentially could win the design aspect too. I think they're both competitors here today.
Lining up on the track, and first off, really stands out that John Wendell's car it sticks out quite a bit. It's the Four Seasons,
as well as I believe his brother's car, which is the soccer themed one. What are your predictions for the actual race? I'm between lane 1 and lane 6. I really cannot decide which one I think is.
I think lane 6.
I'm gonna go for lane 1 then. So we'll have a split. Okay. Best of luck to you, and best of luck to all of you racers out there today. Some of you guys are watching outside, and some of you are online. Thank you for all being here, and I wish you all the best of luck in your upcoming races. And in this one we have coming up here, I'm interested to see if we're going to have a car that's going to be able to break the track record today.
2.6 is surely...
That's a very difficult time to beat. Yes. I'm going to see if we have anything that can do that. 7, 5, we're off. Oh, it's a really close one out here today. In first place, lane 2.
Looks like Jackson.
I was wrong.
Not correct.
Finally. That's going to be Zach Reese. That is his second race in a row, I believe, that he is taking it.
2 in a row.
Yep. So congrats to him again. 3.15 seconds. Good time.
So the question that we've all been wanting to know, which Wendell brother beat the other in this race?
It looks like Zachary Wendell took the lead on that over his brother. So I'm interested to see how that's going to play out in between each race. And looking at the times, in second place, we have Connor Woolley, and in third place, Colton Link. So congrats to our podium there. And I'm interested to see, how everyone else is going to be doing. We have some very good times up on the board. As you can see, even the ones that are, coming in last, or even at 3.3, that's still a very good time. And I'm, they're still in this race. I don't think anyone is out at this point. So it's going to be very close.
Right. Before we start the next heat, we're going to hand it back to Trey and Zach to get their commentary. So
thank you for sticking with us for those 3 races, and congrats and good luck on the next 3.
Ooh. Oh, all right. Make sure you guys come and get some of these pulled pork sandwiches. They were great. Yep, $5 for pulled pork sandwich, bag of chips, and a water. Definitely a great deal.
Special thanks for Mr. McCormick for delivering them.
We're about ready for our next heat. In lane 1, we have Julian, car number 21, Connor. Lane 2.
We're starting very soon.
Yes, we're starting the race. 4,
7, 5.
All right. Oh.
So
who's that? Lane 5-1. Who's that? Jacob, car number 7, won that race.
But John had the fastest
3.1 seconds. Wow.
158, nearly 159 miles per hour.
Very speedy.
Yes.
I mean, very quick. I haven't seen cars this quick in a while.
So
Next heat.
Aiden, right here.
Oh, okay. Aiden. Okay. In lane 1, we have Aiden, car number 16. In lane 1, we have Aiden, car number 16. Lane 2, we have Julian,
Number 21.
number 21. Lane 2, Mikey, number 28. In lane 3, Zachary, 35. Lane 4, Mario, number 2. Lane 5, Zach, finish him up.
Rowan, number 11, lane 6. Sean, number 23, lane 7. And Evan, number 34, in lane 8.
Should be an interesting race. All these cars look very fast, all of them.
Yes.
Which one you got your money on? I'm saying
I'm going to have to go with
I'm saying 4.
keeping it true, my fellow Zachs. So
I'm saying 4. Right now. 4. No.
all right. So
Came in second.
no,
Oh,
lane
you're
number 4
right.
came in first. Lane number 5
Oh,
came
lane
in
4 here.
second. Lane
I
number
was right.
7 came in 3. We both got it right.
Too good. Too good at predicting. Honestly. Next heat we have in lane 1 we have Finn, number 17. Lane 2 we have Sean, number 23. Lane 4 we have Logan, number 29. Lane 4 we have Dominic, number 37. And Zach, there you go.
Lane number 5 is Colin, number 3. Lane number 6 is Reese, which is number 12. Lane number 7 is Luke, number 24, and then lane 8 is Zachary, 35.
Definitely should be an interesting race. I'm very excited.
I'm gonna stick with my same bet. Lane number 8, which would be Zachary.
Lane 8.
Yes.
I'm gonna say lane 2. Lane 2.
My second. Well, it's either going to be Zachary or Reese.
Yeah, I'm
In
saying
my
lane 2.
opinion. Ew.
Let's go lane 2. 5.
All right, number 8
Hey,
came
you were
in
right.
first, so predicted.
Dang.
And then
Zachary
a
again.
close second would be lane number 1, who was Finn.
156 miles an hour. These cars are very quick, all around the very similar time. That's why I emphasize just the smallest amount of time can make the biggest difference in the race. As we're getting ready for the next heat, we have
17.
in lane 1, we have Rivers, number 18. Lane 2, Luke, number 24. Lane 3, Alex, number 30. Lane 4, Nicholas, number 38.
Lane 5 is Finn. Lane 6 is Evan. Number 14. Lane 7 is Harrison. And then lane 8 is Dominic.
Ooh. I think 1. My money's on 1.
Oh, one of the cars have fallen off the track. Hopefully there's no damage.
Yeah, that could be bad, especially if they lose a wheel.
Yeah.
Could mess up the whole thing. Let's just hope it's okay. It appears to be okay, but we're still waiting on information.
Yeah, lane 6 came in first, and then lane 5 came in a close second.
Close.
So next, we have in lane 1 we have Zach, number 19. Lane 2 we have Harrison, lane 2, number 25. Lane 3 is Zachary Wendell. Wait, no, sorry. It is David, number 31. Lane 4, it is Smekow, 39. Lane 5 is Tony, number 5. Lane 6, it's Ryan, number 15. Lane 7 is Vincent, number 26, and lane 8 is Nicholas, number 38.
Ooh, who do you think's gonna win? I'm saying lane 1 right now. What do you think? Ooh, actually,
Maybe lane 5.
I'm saying lane 8. Lane 8 right now. All right. 7, 5. Let's see it. Oh,
lane 1 came in
one.
first, who is Zach Reese.
Zach Reese in first place.
Yellow jacket.
Yellow jacket, speedy car. We underestimated it.
His car number 19, 3.1511 seconds, and
Very quick time.
156.87 miles per hour.
Definitely
Yeah.
very speedy. We'll hand it off to Jackson and Colin for this next heat.
Yep.
Thanks for having us. We'll see you guys in the next 3 lanes. Or heats.
All right, lane 1.
Thanks again to them. We are back again here down here at Lutheran Church of the Resurrection on the track. What do you
Pack
think?
475.
Yep.
We're lining up for the next race. I
Mhm.
see a lot of really well-designed cars. However, I do think that in lane number 2,
What heat is it? Of 19. With Vincent Smith.
I'm on lane
feel
5. I think that's my
All
prediction.
right. Then
Can we get a drum roll, please, coming up for this final one of this 19? 5.
and they're off.
And they're off. Look at wow.
Nice.
This.
Oh, okay.
Oh, lane 5. Once again,
Every
I have
single
managed to
time.
do it. I told you I'm a psychic. I know exactly what's going on down here at the
All right,
race.
so what we should do from
I'm
now on?
actually in cahoots with some of the people working behind the scenes. So
Okay.
I'm that's how I'm making my fortune here is on sports betting. Don't do that. Actually, that's probably illegal in the state of Florida.
I would. So what we should do here is, if Jackson thinks your car will win, that's a huge compliment. And if I think your car will win, then don't bet on me.
Yep. We take your word with a grain of salt, but you're a helpful commentator, and we appreciate you being
Thank
here.
you, Jackson.
I really do. So I think we're moving on now to heat number 20.
20. We're halfway through.
Last winner was Rohawk Dalton. So congratulations to you. That was a very fast car.
All right, so Jackson, what do you think about these cars that are lining up right
Ooh.
here?
We have a lot of good design cars. I'm not sure.
I think lane number
I have
one.
lane 6 as mine. Speed
six.
Racer.
All right, 7.
5. And we're off, man. This close race coming up. Wouldn't you know it? Look at that.
I'm speechless.
Yep. I'm really able to do it every time, isn't it?
can't
I've had
say
one. I know I've had one. Well, congratulations to Finn Proctor again with Speed Racer. That's a car that's really good.
We're looking at
race.
3.2 seconds, which is a time
Yep.
not to be laughed at.
That's really competitive.
respectable.
I think every time we've seen this car, it's been roughly around first or second place. So yeah, congrats again to Finn and everyone else who came after. We have Mikey Springer and Jonathan Wendell, one of the Wendell boys, once again putting up a good score. So
Wow.
it's kind of sketchy to me that their dad's running the race, but
You know.
maybe a little.
So we're through our second
setting up
sheet.
over there.
That was the
I'm kidding,
halfway
by the way.
point.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Now we're on to heat 21. We are moving through it.
Very quickly.
What are your predictions for this one?
not
We've
sure.
already got the cars coming out. We have not enough time even to announce the racers available. As you can see on your screen, who's racing in this one. But we definitely have some racers who I have seen some fast times from in the past. What do you think? It's going to be close. I think these are fairly close cars. We're ready to race again with heat 21.
I'm betting on lane number 4.
I don't even have time to make a call on this
All
one, so
right.
we'll see if you're able to pull it off. 5. Let's go. Oh, man, this is a close one. What does it look like? I think that is lane...
That was close enough.
Lane 5 looks like with Jake Holdhouse, Cobra Kai car.
3.2 seconds.
Yep. 3.2 seconds, competitive time. Second place, Connor Woolley, and third place, Sean Sanders with the Wolf. that was our halfway point for the races we have, and I think we're definitely moving at a much quicker pace.
There's been no difficulties,
Yep,
which is quite
we're
nice.
working out some of the difficulties, and we're definitely smoothing out some of the processes. What do you think? What do you think of that first half? I really think that was.
It's been eventful.
It was competitive. Yeah.
We saw a time that I don't think I've ever seen of 2.6 seconds.
I'm not sure if that's even going to be beatable. I think that's something that's going to top the day. I don't think that anything is going to even replace that.
Most of the wins we have been seeing are 3 seconds flat, 3.1, 3.2. So those are kind of the numbers you want to shoot for if you are racing today. There's definitely a few scouts who are above the rest. I believe. Who's it been? It's been
Zachary Reese. Who else have we seen from today? Oh, there's been a lot. I don't think I can even name them all. I mean,
right.
I think there's a good 10 racers that we're seeing that are.
So that's what the second half will do. Is we're going to take the 10 that have set themselves
and
above,
really narrow it down.
Narrow it down to 1.
Yep. So we are going to have a winner at the end of today's race.
So the next cars are up, Jackson.
We're already getting loaded up. Race is already ready.
My money's on lane 4. 7. 5.
I got mine on lane 5. We'll see who's the.
Looks like I've taken my first
win
over Jackson.
We should really throw a party for this. This is an excellent.
We have
moment.
John.
We have John
with 3.1 seconds.
1 seconds. Really competitive time. If you can get it below 3.2, I think you're really in competition.
Right.
That was Champ.
That was the silver sword.
In second place, right. Zach Reese, again, someone we've seen at the top a lot. And in third, Colton Link, also one of the top racers with silver sword and yellow jacket, respectively. This has really been that first half was excellent. I got my blood pumping. What do you think?
I'm not sure. I'm really hopeful to see what the end result looks like. We have a lot of cars out here, like I said before, that we're not really sure. They're all about neck and neck. But this is when the fractions of seconds really start
This
to
is
matter.
when everything you're doing to make your car just a little bit, like a teensy bit better, is really going to matter.
Right. This is where graphite on your wheels, this is where the weight placement in the back comes into play and can speed up your car by fractions of a second. So we are getting loaded up for the 23rd heat of the Pinewood Derby.
I think we got to switch up our opening process. I'm gonna do 4.75 with my hands. What about you? So everyone can see that we're getting ready.
How would you do that? What? That does not work.
5.
All right, it looks like we're ready.
7, 5.
All right, it looks like lane 8 is going to take the win.
Is taking the day. All right.
That is
once again we are on heat.
That is Champ. Again, that's the second race in a row that John has won.
Yep.
With 3.1 seconds. He shaved off a tenth of a second on this race with an average speed of 158 miles per hour. So that is mighty respectable.
In close competition, we have Mario and Jackson Roberts as well with Speedo Flight and Bruiser. Again, very fast cars coming out here with also quite good designs. I think they do still have potential to take home both awards.
So if we look at the times, they just went away. But if the Speedo Racer and Champ had times that were 0.08 of a second apart, and that's really what it comes down to at these races.
It looks like we're having some problems with our finish line cam. I don't know if we are able to get that online, but we're going to try and see if we can get that back
All
up.
right, so Jackson, out of these that you see getting loaded up, what's your money on?
Ooh.
I'm thinking lane 8.
I'm going to say lane 8 as well. That's my call.
All right.
And I think probably after this race, we might be swapping out with our cohort or our fellow announcers. Looks like lane 8 is very close competition with lane 5, actually. Lane 8 was able to take the lead. And that is, let's see who's that's going to be. Lane 8. Mario, again, with Speedo Flight, coming in at one of the top places, first place, followed by Rowan McDowell and Vincent Smith with Superbird and Ricochet. So congratulations to you guys. That was heat. What was that?
That was heat 24.
That was heat 24.
We're really speeding through this.
Yeah, we're really starting to pick it up.
All right, we're moving into heat 25.
Yep. We're already getting loaded up. There's running out of time to actually leave comments and anything. We're just, winner. That's all we're really doing down here at this point. There's plenty of winners today. I mean, I think once again, close race. It's going to be close.
It's going to be.
It's down to the wire.
I'm interested.
Looks like we're about to swap out with our
Trey and Zach.
fellow commentators, Trey and Zach. Let's see what interesting insight they have. And my money is that I'm still the best predictor of races. So best of luck to you, gentlemen. And I hope you're able to take my time.
Don't get too full of yourself,
come on.
Jackson.
All right. Thank you for the nice introduction, Colin and Jackson. We're already started. 475. Oh, wow. Yellow Jacket came first place again, just centimeters ahead of the competition. Honestly, this is probably one of the most interesting Pinewood derbies I've seen so far. Some of the most creative cars we had, and some of the fastest cars we had, like 2.6 seconds. Wow. The winner of this one actually was kind of slow, 3.2 seconds compared to the rest, which 3.1, 3.11. Been a lot quicker. But
yeah.
Oh, that was the wolf.
So they're definitely going to at least place on the leaderboard if they came in first or second for most of the heats.
Yeah, this very interesting race. All right, let's see the next heat.
26.
Heat 26 already.
All right,
wow.
so
Mikey.
lane 1 is Mikey. Lane 2 is Jonathan Wendell. Lane 3 is Sean. Lane 4 is Tony.
Lane 5 is Evan. Lane 6 is Luke. Lane 7 is Zachary. 8 is Tony. Let's see. Oh, lane 8. Ooh, Tony with a fast car. Wow.
Yes.
Number 5. Let's see the statistics.
Wait,
wow, 3.22 seconds. These cars seem to be kind of slowing down.
Although
Clark,
maybe the graphites.
Yeah, the graphite's starting to wear off. Cars are starting to get slower. So
yeah,
it's coming down to just true speed.
Yeah. The first and second place actually only are different by 1/100th of a second.
Wow.
That is amazing.
153 miles per hour for first place. Wow. Congratulations, Finn Clark. Great win.
Car number 4. All right, so next we have lane 1. We have Logan Thomas, car number 29. Lane 2, we have Evan White, car number 34. Lane number 3 is Ryan or Niall, 41. Lane number 4 is Rohak as car number 6.
Lane 6, we have Harrison, number 25. Lane 7, we have Zachary Wiseman, number 35. Lane 8.
All right, so we just started the next one, and lane 7 came in first, which is Zachary Wiseman with Blue Lightning.
Yeah, I'll tell you, the Blue Lightning, speedier than I thought. It didn't look very aerodynamic, but it seems to be going very fast, very quick times.
I would like to challenge Jackson
3.16.
on the predictions, because right now I'm at number 4.
Number 4 in a row?
Not 4 in a row, but 4 correct.
Oh. 4 in a row. I was about to say, that's pretty good. In the next heat, we have Alex, number 30, in lane 1. And lane 2, we have Zachary Wiseman, number 35. Lane 3, we have Connor Woodley, car number 42. Lane 4, we have Jacob Glass, car number 7. Lane 5, we have Aiden Patel, car number 16.
Lane number 6, we have Vincent, car number 26. Lane 7, we have Dominic, 37. In lane 8, we have Rohak.
All right,
It's
let's
car
see.
number 6.
Who
My
you got the
bet
money
is
on?
on 2. Lane 2.
2. I'm
Which-
gonna say lane 1.
The Blue Lightning.
Lane 1 is very slick.
Black and blue.
Definitely aerodynamic. I'm going lane 1 on this one. Let's see.
All right,
All
we're
right,
about
we're
to
ready.
start.
4,
7, 5.
Let's see it. Oh wow, you're right.
I was correct again. Zachary, good
I
job.
really thought lane 1 was the one. I guess not. Zachary's just doing great right now.
Yeah.
3.17 seconds. He's not slowing down nearly as much as the other cars.
He's definitely coming in first, second place
Yeah, 100%.
with 155 miles per hour.
Car number 35.
All right.
We're getting ready for our next heat with. You want to start it?
Yeah. We are on the heat number 29 with lane 1 we have David number 31. Lane 2 we have Dominic number 37. Lane 3 we have John number 1. Lane 4 we have Jake number 8. Lane 5 we have Finn number 17. Lane 6 we have Connor. You can finish.
Lane 6 we have Connor. Lane 7 we have Nicholas, number 38, and lane 8 we have Jacob, number 7. All right, this should be a fun race. I'm gonna see this.
Yes.
Honestly, I'm gonna go.
My bet's on number 3
Mine's on John.
or lane 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with John. He's been showing extremely good numbers, and as long as his graphite hasn't started coming off, he should be good. I don't know. He might start slowing down. We'll see. I definitely think he has potential to win it. We'll see.
Yes. So we are setting up the. All right. Well, we're finished setting it up, and
We're about to start. Ready?
Yep.
4,
7,
5. Wow.
lane number 3 coming in first. That's
Won it almost
number
by an
6
entire
for me.
car length.
Number 6 on my correct guesses.
Yeah,
With
he's
John,
not slowing down.
Oh.
3.13
can't-
seconds.
if we get one with John versus Zachary, that'll be
That'd be a
very.
great competition. I'd love to see that.
All right, so we are switching off with our next co-hosts. So
Colin Jackson?
Yep.
All right, Scouts and Scouters, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We're actually going to bring in Austin. I believe he has something to comment on. This is Austin. He's been the one filming all of our footage, so thanks on that.
So right now, I would like you guys to encourage in the comments section. Tell us who your favorite commentators are, whether it's Trey and Zach or Colin and Jackson. We also, this happens to be the first year that it is all scouts that are
7,
running.
5. We're off on the races.
All scouts that are running the pit. So that is very great for the scouts.
Yeah, we do
because
appreciate
it is
that.
All scouts running the pit.
And in terms of your favorite commentators, we know who it's going to be. There's not even really a debate there. What do you think, Colin? I mean, let me get your professional opinion on who you think that's going to be.
There's not a question.
Us. Yeah.
It's us.
Okay.
Don't worry
clearly.
about it.
In first place, we have Colton Link with a time of 3.1888 seconds. Wow, that is a good time. Again, in second, Jake Holdhouse, and in third, Mario with Speed of Light.
And
Congrats
also,
to all you.
while we are doing the races, we are also coming up with results
for that.
for
We
best
just
design.
Colin and I have just been judging who the best design is, and we actually have picked out the top 3, so we know who the winners are.
And then after this, we will be moving into top 3 for the rank,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to be doing that after.
Oh, so let's
the
announce
race.
that. So the winner for the design competition is.
What, Jackson? It
Oh,
looks like
the race
there's-
is starting.
there's-
It looks like we're gonna have to wait until the end to tell you guys who won that.
just have
So
to stay
you
tuned.
guys might have to stick around to hear who won that, but we do know who it is. What heat are we in right now? This is heat. Ooh, I'm not even sure. 5, go.
Whoa! All right, one hit finished much ahead of the other ones.
Yeah, that was a lot
Zach Reese
quicker
with
than
a
that.
time of 3.1 seconds. 157 miles per
Yeah,
hour.
that's probably as close to the 2-second time that I think I've seen all day. That's a really good time.
He's back.
Oh, another cameo.
All right.
We're barely having time to announce what the heats are at this point.
Yeah,
I think we're really
everyone's moving
we've got
really
it down to a
fast.
system. We're really got it moving.
The scout team. We have a team of about maybe 6 scouts.
Yep, we only have 8 races left, so we're down to the final 8 heats, and I think it's starting to emerge. Who the winners are going to be, and at this point, we're kind of just deciding who the winners of the design competition are.
Right.
Obviously, we have the top 3, but we're also doing the top 3 for every rank. So even if you don't win in total, you guys still have potential to take home the award for whether you're a bear or a wolf or a weeblo. This is all available for the taking. So I'm interested to see who's going to win those.
And before we start our next race, I would just like to thank our team of scouts. We have about a team of maybe 8 weeblos working the pit crew.
This is the first year, like Austin mentioned, that it's only Cub Scouts working the
only
pit.
Cub Scouts. All right, we're off.
Mm-hmm. All right, so looking at that, I might have called that on who was the winner. I just don't believe I said it, so that still counts, doesn't it? Yeah,
No, it doesn't.
It certainly does. Looks like we have Jackson Roberts coming in with the Bruiser. It's a 3.23 second time. Good time on that. Followed by Rowan McDowell and Finn Clark.
The Weeblos 2 are helping us out today in the pit crew. As Austin said, this is the first year where it is only the Cub Scouts running the pit crew, and they are doing a great job. It's moving very quickly. They're getting ready to become Boy Scouts over crossover camp in February.
So we're looking at about a month until you guys have the potential to cross over to join Troop 475, which we are obviously members of.
And we encourage all Scouts, all Cub Scouts of Pack 475 to become Boy Scouts in Troop 475.
We'll talk more about that after this race. Looks like
ready for Heat 33. Any second now.
Wide range of designs on this heat. I'm interested to see which one's going to take the day. I'm not even able to make a prediction on this one.
They all look very speedy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're ready.
7,
5, go.
And it looks like lane number 1 with the first car.
Place.
Second place goes to waiting for the numbers to come in.
Yeah, we're just waiting for the scores to come in. As we are having a bit of lag. There we go. Zachary Wiseman with Blue Lightning at number 1.
Number 2, we have Reese Melchior with the Tomb Raider,
and
with a time of 3.1 seconds.
Connor Woolsey.
As you can see with the time, it looks like Reese and Zachary were 0.03 of a second apart from each other.
Yeah, it really comes down to the wire on these races. Congrats to our winners. So, going back to what we were saying, why do you think, Colin, that Cub Scouts should join the troop? What do you think, are some of the benefits we offer?
Well, I would say Cub Scouts is kind of the first stepping stone into becoming a Boy Scout. So in Cub Scouts, you learn about going to camp and doing these things. But in Boy Scouts, you come to the troop and you learn how to go camping by yourself. And you learn how to survive in the woods with nothing by yourself.
Yep.
And it's become kind of the full realization of
what scouting is.
A man, and it's really, it's an organization that I've seen change.
All right, next race is ready. We are
7, 5,
and we're away with
lane 7 is about to take the lead on this one. Wow, a lot faster than the rest. That one had a visible time difference in the rest of the cars. I want to see.
It might be a new
what
record.
That's going to be. That's potentially record setting. That was
3.10 seconds.
John Astrab, 3.10 seconds. That's a really good time. Followed by Rohak with really fast, and Connor Woolsey again up on the leaderboard. So it's good to see that.
All right, we're seeing a recurrence of some scouts who are really taking the race.
Yep. It's starting to become obvious, who our leaders are in this race.
Right.
And just to finish up the point we were talking about before this race, I think, Troop 475 is something that's interesting. I think a lot of you Cub Scouts will like is that Boy Scouts is something that's boy-led. So, there's a lot less focus on adult leadership, and, we get to do a lot of our own decision-making.
Right.
We hold our own elections and stuff like that. So
We hold our own meetings each week. There's no adult involvement. Most of the time, the adults
are there to make sure we don't break anything.
They're not really sure of our plans for the meeting. We get together each week on Monday at 7 o'clock, and we go forward. And each meeting, we learn scout skills, whether it be tying knots and pioneering.
We're ready for the next race.
And we are ready for heat number 35.
Money is on lane 2. Let's see what we'll keep up with. Oh, it's close. It's close. It's close. It is lane 2 again.
It's one again.
Oh, it looks like we had one car derail a little bit. And so that we had to wait. It looks like it was knocked off the track by the tablecloth on the table that we're sitting at. So hopefully that
Mr. Wendell is fixing
it as we speak. So apologies on that.
Let's not talk about how John, again with the champ, has won his 3rd race in a row, I believe.
I believe so. Followed by
a time of 3.1 seconds.
Ryan Morosky and Mario again with Pseudo Flight and OK Boomer. I'm interested to see.
We're coming down to,
like we said
fractions
earlier,
of seconds.
we're seeing kind of a top set of racers. And at this point, they're really competing with each other to see, who can just get the most heats under their belt,
right?
And to take home the whole thing.
We are on heat 36. We have
looks like we're going to be swapping out with our commentators here. We're going to go back to looking at designs to see, which ones are the best for each rank. So, signing off once again. We'll be back in a couple of heats or not. I think we might be closed out by the time.
Yes, we are done. This is the last you'll see of us.
Congrats to all you winners.
All right, there was the race. Wow, we are switching. Lane number 8 came in first.
Wow,
With,
3.17 seconds.
with his part, OK Boomer.
Still doesn't seem to be slowing down.
Yes, 3.1.
There were some fast cars here today. Wow, just 155. It's crazy fast.
Yeah.
I mean, and if you're doing that consistently, you can easily win the whole thing. I mean,
All right. Next. So
we only have
3 more heats.
4 more heats.
3.
Well, if you don't include this one. Or, I mean, if you
Now
include
we're on
this
next
one.
one. Anyways, in lane number 1 we have Sean. In lane number 2 we have Colin. Lane number 3 we have Colton. Lane number 4 we have Finn. Lane number 5 we have Vincent.
Lane number 6 we have Zachary Wiseman, one of the fastest racers today. Lane number 7 Finn Clark, also been a cool wick one today. And then we have Aiden Patel, number 16 in lane 8. This should be a good race. We're gonna see.
My bet's on number 6 or lane 6.
Lane 6. I'm gonna say. I'll say lane 7.
Yeah.
All right, we'll
Right.
see how it goes.
So
We're
we're
getting ready
nearly
to race.
done racing. All right. All right.
Oh,
lane number
was that right?
7 came in first place.
No, it was
so-
6.
That's 6.
6
All right.
came in first place.
So
Wow.
number 7 correct. for me.
3.16.
Wow.
This has
So
been an eventful race.
yeah, 2 hundredths of a second away from coming in first place for Colton. And then yeah, that was very close. Yeah. So we are doing the next heat, which is heat number 38 with Niall in lane 1, Finn in lane 2, Aiden in lane 3, Rivers in lane 4,
Connor in lane 5, number 27. Dominic, number 37, lane 6. Tony, lane 7. Finn, lane 8. I'm going with that.
Yep,
Finn.
I'm going for Finn too.
Finn. Oh, Finn won.
Yeah,
I was
so
right.
We both got that one
That's
right.
my second one right. I'm
Eighth.
not the best at this. But,
Um,
you know, when I do get it right, it feels good.
All right, I believe we are on our last heat of the race. Soon we would be tallying up all the victories so we can get the different rankings for each person. So
Last race.
all
Let's
right,
make it
so
a good
in
one.
lane 1 we have Connor, lane 2 we have Tony, lane 3 we have Rowan, lane 4 we have Zach Reese, lane 5 we have Mikey, lane 6 we have Nicholas, lane 7 we have Rohack, and lane 8 we have Rivers.
What do you think, Shannon? I'm gonna say Reese. Zach Reese.
Yeah, I believe that would be correct too.
After this race, we're gonna run
Yeah.
the fastest car.
All right,
Yep. After this race, we're gonna be running top 8 cars. Looks like we're going all in. We're gonna see who wins.
all right.
All right, we're all here.
So we are all here.
Yeah.
We're really committing on this one.
All right.
Yes.
So is it? I think it's after this that we begin to see. Oh, let's get Marshmallow in here.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Over's here. We're ready to go.
All right. Yeah. We are on our last heat.
So I believe after this race we get to see who is taking the win for the entire Pinewood Derby of 2021 with Pack 475.
My bet is either John or
Had a great pit crew.
yes.
Doing a really good job this entire time.
My bets
they've been
for
extremely efficient.
First place is either John or Zachary Wiseman.
7,
5.
go. That's a really tight one here.
Oh,
Lane number 4 coming in first, which
3
is
3.1.
Mikey. Wait, sorry.
right, so-
Zach coming in first.
I've just been
Zach
informed by
Reese.
Mr. Wendell that the
right.
top 8
2 in a row.
fastest cars that we've seen today are now going to have one final race. That's going to determine who the winner of today's race is.
All right, this should be a good
Yes.
race.
We're anticipating this final race. that
This
we're
is
having.
definitely why you need to have longevity and why you need to be able to keep consistent times and not just start out fast and then end slow.
Yes.
You definitely need to get it for that last race.
So I'm quite excited to see these last 8 cars race. These
Oh,
are
yeah.
kind of the cream of the crop, if you
Yeah.
will, for these cars. We get to see the best performing ones kind of duke it out for the number 1 title.
I think this is the one that we should really make predictions on. I think
Right.
let's all try to determine what we think is going to be up on the board. So it looks like up here we're having our top fastest 8 cars. Currently, it looks like in the lead we have John, followed by Zach, like you said, Zachary Reisman, and then Ryan Morawski. But I'm not going to discount any of the other racers. They're really close behind. It's really going to come down to.
As we can see, first and second place is by 0.05 of a second.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very
Very
close.
Very close.
Who do you guys think is gonna win?
Well, based on statistics,
Let's
it's
make
obviously going to be,
predictions.
or not obviously, but it would be John. Although, if any damage has been done to the graphite, then it can definitely
Yeah.
switch.
Anything can happen in this last race. We can see a car derail in the final race. It's not like that's never happened before. We've seen it.
Honestly, I'm gonna say Zachary on this one.
Tensions are high here at the racetrack. You can
Yeah.
practically, almost like feel
Completely quiet. Yeah.
It's
how
quieted
tense
down
it is.
quite a bit.
It's completely
Yeah.
practically silent in here right now.
Yeah.
The
This is definitely gonna be a good
pit
race.
crew are all lined up for the finish. And
We haven't picked the rank ones yet because they just moving in and out.
all right.
So after this, we're gonna have our trophy
yes,
presentation, and
and then
we'll see our
closing.
winners.
Yeah.
All right. So after this race, we're going to be finalizing our design decisions. So stay tuned while we're gone. I think Mr. Wendell's going to be having a little discussion about the Pinewood Derby as a whole or something. So it's not going to be completely boring. No offense to him, but but we will be deciding on who has the best designs.
Yes, we are working with the adults and leaders of the pack to vote on who should come in each position.
I mean, we saw some. Think I've seen some of the most creative cars out of
We're loading
all
up
the
for the
years
final
I've
race. The
been
cars
here.
are up on the track at this point.
Yep.
Yes. How
It's coming down to the final seconds of the Pinewood Derby here.
Oh, yeah.
how the trophies are arranged is you're gonna have the top 3 for both sections overall, and then the top 3 for each ring.
No particular order.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right.
They are not in
Fast
order.
up on the track. Let's get a drum roll for the final race. All right, looks like we're about ready to go down here. 4, 7, 5, go.
And they're off.
All right, let's see.
Oh, it's about the closest I've ever seen.
John came in first.
Champ is one champ with John.
Yes.
Congratulations to our winners. Looks, wow.
Lane 2 came in second as
It's
well.
about the
and lane,
consistency of the time.
3
like I've
came
been
in
saying.
third.
He stayed consistent throughout it, and
And we are
he was
getting our
able to-
trophies lined up.
Oh yeah.
The trophy ceremony
All right.
is imminent.
So we're going to be determining the scores in a few seconds here. So we'll let you know who is the winner of today's race, and we're going to go determine what the designs are.
All right. Thank you to the Boy Scouts. They'll be back because they're gonna help announce the winners. They're going to do some rankings now on the best design. They're going to be tabulating the results for the fastest cars, and then we're going to distribute the trophies shortly. So stay tuned for that. And if anyone's got any comments on what they think is going to be the best design or the fastest car, feel free to send it along. And we're going to take a quick break. And to do that, I'm just going to start with a short video again in case you missed it at the beginning. The American Night Weeblo 2. Jonathan doesn't want it to be played, but I'm going to play their commercial that they did this weekend.
No, we're not. Hello, this is the American Knights from Pack 475. We would like to thank you for all of the fun we've had these past years as Cub Scouts. We would like to thank the adults who helped us along the way, especially to my dad to be our den leader. We'll miss you, Pack 475. Have fun at the
Jackson Collins. Have you guys made a decision? No, we're still working. Hurry up.
So as you can see behind the scenes right now, we can see them looking at the cars. The steady hand is Austin Davis. He is looking at these boys who are judging the cars, and I'm going to be curious, Todd. What do you think they're going to be looking at when they're judging these? Because this is totally out of our hands at this point. This is the Boy Scouts.
This is Boy Scouts judging what they like. For all I know, what's that game they play online?
Fortnite
car could win just because they like.
I don't know if we had any Fortnite cars this time.
My personal opinion, and Dan, I know it's your kid, but I really like the Four Seasons one. That would have my vote if I had a vote.
He was going after the 1950s band, and that's how he came up with the design.
I like it.
No, Jonathan actually stumbled across that. He picked up some the pine cones that were on the ground outside the church while we were doing the cutting, and he said, "Dad, look at these. They look like little trees."
And that's where
the design came from. And then he painted them and did all that. So we'll see.
A fish tank over there.
I really like that fish tank. That was kind of cool. Was that real glass or was it plexiglass?
It was plexiglass.
All right.
With the rocks, though. I mean, the detail was incredible.
I thought it was amazing. I enjoyed seeing that myself. I didn't get a chance to look at a lot of them. I did notice during the race when I was fixing the trail, the finish line cam, the broomstick design, Harry Potter design, was shimmying.
Harry Potter.
It was shimmying down the track, so it kind of looked like an actual broom was flying down there. I don't know if it did any good.
The speed actually had good speed. I saw it was up in the places on a couple of its races there.
So looks like they're in heated discussion right now. I don't know if you can hear them there because they're muted, which is good because we don't want to know what goes into making the sausage. But I will say, Todd, we had a bit of a snafu in the beginning.
We did.
And I'm trying to think back to a time when we didn't have a snafu. I think we always do.
We always do. We plan ahead. We set everything up the night before. You make sure everything runs. And it always runs great the night before.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we come out and do something, there's always just a little giddy up. One year we were sending photographs of the start and finish to get the times because the times weren't registering.
And we had to do the hand count. That was horrible.
Hand count.
That was horrible. I remember the first year I did the commentating, I ran out of candy in the first 20 minutes. That was a bad idea. So this is the first time I didn't bring candy because we didn't have the kids on site. And I kind of like the idea of doing live stream. Maybe we'll do it in the future. Who knows? We'll see.
We're getting a good look at all the cars there, Dan. They
Is there
really got-
bacon? That looks like bacon again.
There was a bacon this year.
I remember there was a bacon a few years ago.
Last year there was a hot dog.
Yeah, that looks like a piece of bacon. It's just the paint design. I like it. You know, there's something to be said about there's the fish tank. There's something to be said about design, because every year I remember doing it when I was a kid, and I remember my dad used to bring the drill, and he would drill the bottom of the car if it was overweight to reduce the lead,
Right.
because he used to melt the lead and pour it in a hole. What a production. So when I remember when I was helping the boys, I said, I'm not doing that. And when Peter started 5, 6, 7 years ago, I just said, you know what, just design it. We're just going to go design, and we did. So,
And they've done a good job every
Yeah,
year.
I just can't do the speed. I just don't have the patience.
What I like is not having to judge it.
Oh, totally.
All
This
I've
is
gotta
great.
do is
It's
get up
out of
there
our
and
hands.
get them down the track.
It's out of our hands. They're putting the final touches right now on the awards. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna just to keep the boys on task. We're gonna have the Boy Scouts come over and justify their. They're gonna put the trophies next to the car, and then they're gonna come over and explain it. So don't let the camera see what you're doing. We're gonna start with
Looks like the overalls.
We're going to start with the which rank should we start with for the? Unless you want to start with overall
Well, it
design.
looks like they're placing the overall trophies right now.
Okay, so they're going to do overall trophies first. So we're going to let them come over and justify it and give their explanation. Boy Scouts, one of you guys should be the representative to come over and explain the logic behind it. Now there are 5 Boy Scouts that went into this decision-making process. So I'd be curious if they had to come up with a consensus, if there was an argument. I didn't see any fists thrown. So
Here
Colin,
comes Colin. He's
Colin's going to be
give
the
you that play-by-play.
is going to give us the explanation for each one. Colin, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with which one? Are you going to start with overall?
Yes, we're gonna start with overall.
All right, so we're starting with overall. This is going to be the top designs out of the 38 cars. And take it away, Colin. Why don't you start with third place and go from there?
I don't have the names. I only have the numbers. So
Start with third place.
here, I'm gonna take a little bit to.
Yeah, sure. Here we go. Over here. 31, 2, and 3. Yep. Yeah. Oh boy.
All right, so third place for the best design and the troop overall goes to Jonathan Wendell.
Jonathan Wendell.
He has the Four Seasons car.
Third place.
For second place for the best design overall in troop or pack 475 goes to Zachary Wendell with the football car.
Zach Wendell.
In first place for overall design in pack 475 goes to David Wicklew with the aquarium car.
Aquarium car.
All right, moving into ranks.
All right, my boys are not in the mix anymore, so I can join the conversation. I had nothing to do with that, but I appreciate it. All right, let's go Wolf. You want to go Wolf? Or which way are you going? Weeblo 2?
Or let's start with Wolf.
All right, we're going to go with Wolf. All right, so we're going to do Wolf. Oh, no, which one do you guys want to do? You tell me. All right, Weeblos 2. We're going to do Weeblos 2. In third place, what do we got?
I'm looking for it. We have Sean Mooneyhan for third place of Weeblos 2.
Sean Mooneyhan.
All right, what's the car name on that one?
I'm not sure. It doesn't say.
Let's take a look at that one. Oh, all right, looks like Yoda. Looks like a Yoda, baby Yoda on there. All right, what's this one? Who wrote that? What number is that? Here we go.
For second place for the
Wait,
Weeblos
is it
2.
right?
Yes. Right? Yeah,
That's the lane. Car number? Is that the car number?
that's the car number.
Oh, okay.
For second place for Weeblos 2, we have Tony Como.
Let's take a look. What is? Oh, money! Look at that, man after my heart. Wow, is that his own image printed on that? Is that legal? I don't think that's legal tender. But who's counting? Who's counting? All right, number one.
First place for the Weeblos 2. Let me find it. Goes to.
Oh no, is that?
Yeah. Ryan Muraski.
Ryan Morowski. What did he have?
We're gonna look at his car in a second.
Looks like an arrow. Nice. So, what
Arrow
was the
car.
logic behind this? What were you thinking when you guys were picking these before we moved to Weeblos 1?
I'm not sure. It was just kind of three dudes looking at the cars and whatever our caveman brains liked. That's what we went for.
Which doesn't make sense to me why the bacon wouldn't have won the overall
I guess.
if you guys were basing it off of your caveman instincts. All right, we're going to move on to Weeblo 1.
Weeblo 1. All right, let me find the name. All right, third place for Weeblo 1. Best design goes to Evan White.
Looks like a black. Oh, that's kind of cool. The weights are on top. I like that. Look at all the cuts on that. That looked like a bit of a little bit of work on that cut job there.
Let me find it. There it is. All right, so second place for Weeblos 1 Best Design goes to Rowan McDonald.
Nice. All right. Oh, is that Lowe's? Sponsored by Lowe's? All right.
Yes.
We got some big money on that.
And first place for Best Design in the Weeblos 1 rank goes to Reese Melchior.
All right, Reese. Ooh, look at the skull. Intimidating. You know, I will say while we're doing this, the results are being tabulated for the fastest cars. So stick with us, please. All right, moving on to what's next. Bears?
Bear. All right.
We got it.
All right. For third place in Best Design for Bear goes to Mario Azacarga.
Azcaraga.
I'm sorry.
All right. It's a good job, Mario.
I'm butchering everyone's names.
That's okay. We're all friends here. We're all on the same team. All right. We're on
For
I think number 35.
yes. Second place for the Bear rank goes to Zachary Wiseman.
What do we got? Was that Lightning? Go Lightning. They were. Is that what that is? Yes. Awesome. All right. And first place Bear.
Is that right? No, 42. Okay. First place to the Bear rank for Best Design goes to Connor Woolley.
Look at the sharp point on that one. That took some sanding, I think. Pretty nice coloring on there. Different shades of blue. Well done. All right. What's last?
We're moving on to the Wolf rank.
The youngest members of our group.
Third place for Best Design in the Wolf rank goes to Finn Proctor.
Where are we? Ah, pretty cool. He's even got a windshield on there. Glossy. Love it. Second place with Wolf. Second Wolf.
Goes to Niall Ryan.
All right. There's another lightning bolt. Gotta love the local favorite, Lightning.
And then first place for the Wolves goes to Evan Muraski.
Evan Morowski. Yes. Where are we? Wow, look at that. Pretty thin. See, that's the intimidating type of cuts that I never got involved with. I don't know about you, Colin. Mine was always bulky and blocky. You know,
Same here.
tanks and trees and a pencil. It was always these thick cutting something like that was too intimidating for me because I figured if I made it too thin, I'd just snap it
I
in half.
remember Jackson one year. He had a car that looked something like that, and when we came to test on the track the day before at Pinewood Derby, it snapped in half. So
Love it. All right, so that does it for the best designs. Good job, boys. I'm a big fan of designs, right? No more left? All right, so now we have to move to the fastest cars. Are we ready to do that, or we're going to take a quick break?
I don't have the results.
All right, we're going to take a quick 30-second break.
Wow, I'm back with Colin. This is something new for me. Let me take off the mask. So one of the things we're talking about is popcorn, and Colin can tell you from experience, and that's one of the things that helps make the pack run. We want to take a minute. Well, first, why don't you tell them a little bit about popcorn and some of your experience with it?
My experiences with popcorn really, it's each year in the troop we kind of get together at this time of year, and then it would come to we'd go to Publix or another store like that, stand outside, kind of get people to come and donate, or my brother and I would go out in the neighborhood and go from door to door with our wagon full of popcorn and spend many hours doing that.
And part of this year with COVID, it was door-to-door sales. We didn't have the opportunity to go into Publix or go in front of Lowe's where we would normally have those big door sales, the front door sales where people would walk up to our scouts. So we want to take a couple minutes to recognize our scouts who went above and beyond this year and were able to sell a large number of popcorn, considering this time of this challenging time that we've all been through. We starting from our small sales and working up to our largest seller, Connor Sprite, Jackson Roberts, Josh Carver. They all sold a starting number of popcorn kits for us, and everything that the boys raise goes back towards these events. It goes for paying for the trophies. It goes for paying for the badges and their merit badges and their rank advancement. So it's an exciting time for us to be able to recognize these boys. I also want to recognize Tristan Sykes, Michael Springer, Boyd Koch, Logan Thomas, John and Zach Wendell. And then our top 3 sellers for this year. If you don't mind hitting that for me, Colin, our top 3 guys.
So for third place of the top 3 popcorn sellers, we have Sean Sanders with $315 of popcorn sold. In second place, we have Rowan McDonald with $415 of popcorn sold. And for the top seller of popcorn this year, we have Mario Azcárraga with $1,045 of popcorn sold.
Now, all these boys will be receiving a special award from the pack for their sales this year. And on top of that, with Mario selling as much as he did, we actually gave him a bonus award. He got a really nice pack Swiss Army knife this year that is dedicated and engraved, thanking him for his service to the pack this year. And he's got that around. We were able to give that to him earlier today when we saw him checking his car. I think we're getting close to announcing the big winners of our race. So I'm going to bring Dan back over, and we're going to get that up here in front of him here in a second. Thank you, Colin.
You're welcome.
It's top 3 per rank. We'll do the same thing. Top 3 overall and top 3 per rank.
Okay, the results are tabulated and they're being printed out. So what we're going to do is we're going to announce the top 3 fastest cars per rank, and then we're going to announce the top 3 fastest cars per event. So that's going to be how many? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15?
Sure.
Did I do the math right?
I don't know.
He's just here for the looks, I guess.
Right.
So, Colin, can you tell me why you guys have cowboy hats on? Where'd you get these?
Well, actually, one of our commentators, Trey McCormick, showed up with a cowboy hat on, kind of as a joke. I'm not sure. But then I saw it and I texted my family to bring our cowboy hats over because we have 3. And
Love it.
that's kind of our thing now, I guess.
Cowboy hats, is that something you can wear at a pack meeting or at a troop meeting?
That's up to the Scoutmaster.
Up to the Scoutmaster. So I guess it's allowable, huh? Jackson, you want to come in and announce the fastest cars? Oh, we're ready? Okay. So we're going to start. Oh, they're giving me the list right now. So they haven't been validated yet, but the who's doing the validation of the results this year? Ernst & Young is coming. Ernst & Young. All right, we have Ernst & Young here to validate these results. So looking forward to that. But while they're doing it, and if you want, watch. Colin and I will you can see them feverishly coming up with the results. This is how sausage is made, folks, in real time. So I didn't get a really good look at who was fast. I know who was slow because I helped design those cars. But did you get a look at who was the fastest? Do you remember any of the cars in particular?
I believe it was John with the Champ car.
The Champ car?
He won pretty much every single race he had in the heats. And then again, he won the race against all of the 8 fastest cars.
Oh, he did win. Okay, yeah. Well, that was that might be stealing the thunder here, but definitely. Oh, there's a look at that fish tank again. Now, did you get a look to see if that gravel was actually glued down, or was that moving? Is that actual gravel in there?
Yeah, and also like the fish appear to be like floating. I'm not sure how either.
The fish were floating in there. Is there water in there? Is that the weight? I don't think you're allowed to. No, that's not water. That's just clear. I'm impressed by that design. I think brilliant. I remember one year Jonathan did a leopard in a cage. So it was a similar style, except instead of glass, he had bars all around with a leopard in it. But man, I am impressed. We had 38 cars, and I think that at this point, to see the race go as smoothly as it did worked out well. And I appreciate you, Colin, helping out with some of this.
Problem.
Yeah, there's the money car right there. Tony with those are real currency on there too. I think we should get Tony in here and explain how he got his face on that. Do we have anything to say about that? Is he around? Hey, Tony, come on over here, Tony. I'm going to bring Tony on. Let's see, just to prove to our viewers that this is really his face. We're going to bring in, is that $100 bill he's on? Let's see. Let's compare the faces here. Tony, why don't you have a seat?
Hi.
Tony, what's your rank, by the way?
I am a Weeblos 2.
Weeblos 2 or Weeblos 2 also, or Weeblos 2? No, that's just dad joke. Okay, so tell me how you designed that car, because I'm curious how you got your face on that money.
So I found a website. I forgot what it's called, but what it did was you could edit a dollar, so it had something that wasn't Ben Franklin on the cover. So I took 100 and I changed it to make it look like my face.
And you have your Weeblos 2 hat on.
I do.
And I really like the fact that you painted the wheels gold. Was that your idea?
It was. I thought of that, and I figured, that sounds like a cool color to paint my wheels. So
awesome. And how many dollars, $100 bills are in there? What's the value of this car?
Well, it's $10,000, and there's $100 bills.
There's $10,000 worth of $100 bills and some coins.
Yes, I guess.
I'm pretty impressed, Tony. $10,000. Well, I appreciate it, Tony. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Good job. All right. So what we're going to do next is I want to say a big thank you to the pit crew. The pit crew are the guys that were moving the cars all around. And here they are. Look at this.
And they were moving.
They were a ragtag group. I saw a lot of you trying to catch some of the cars that went off the rails, which that's always a good problem to face. You're going fast if you're coming off the track. But they would grab the cars, they would throw them back into the box, race them back to the front. Because we didn't have that many cars, some of these cars were in back-to-back races. So they were moving and they didn't complain, just like a scout does, they never complain, right? Scouts, trustworthy,
We have the
loyal. All right.
results
Oh boy, here we go. We got the results. So these validated?
Those are validated.
Validated. So, Colin, where do you want to start?
Let's start with the Wolves.
Wolves? Oh, yes. Let's start with Wolves. All right. Let's start with the Wolves. Who came in third? Third fastest.
Third fastest for the Wolf rank was Sean Sanders.
All right, Sean. Good job. And the second fastest car in the Wolves rank was Evan Morawski. And first place, fastest car for the Wolves
Was Rohak Dalton.
Yes, Roic Dalton. Yeah, that's a name very familiar. He's always seems to be in the front and the fastest car. I think it has something to do with the fact that his dad was on the carving station today and not the Thanksgiving one, the car carving. So
Yeah.
when I said, can you cut it a little, can you make the cut a little tighter? He kind of just messed that up on purpose, I think. All right. So let's go to the Bears. Young.
Oh, okay.
Third place. Third fastest car for the Bears, Dominic Young.
Second place fastest for the Bears is Mario Azakaraga.
Yes,
All
I
right,
did
every
it to
time
him.
I get that
I
one.
planned that one. I'll let you do the first
All right,
place.
thank you.
Fastest car for the Bears?
So would be Connor Woolley.
Nice job, Connor. All right. Moving on to Weeblos 1.
Weeblos 1. The third fastest car for the Weeblos 1 rank is Vincent Smith.
Good job, Vincent. Second fastest car, Rowan McDonald.
And the first fastest car for the Weeblos 1 rank is Reese Melchior.
Good job, Reese. All right. Last but not least, do the Weeblos 2, and then we're going to do the overall fastest. And Anthony, you just got called out on Facebook by someone from me commenting that your son always seems to win the fastest car. All right, Weeblos 2, the third fastest car. Now, this boy came to Weeblos camp, and he made me laugh more than any other boy at a Weeblos camp ever, and that is Finn Clark. Finn, good job. Third fastest Weeblo 2.
Speaking on the subject of laughter, Jackson Roberts, who recently attended a troop camp with the troop, I would say made his patrol laugh more than any other Weeblo they have seen. So without further ado, Jackson Roberts came in second place for the Weeblos 2 rank.
Nice. And in first place for the Weeblo 2s, with the fastest car for the Weeblo 2s, was Colton Link. Good job, Colton. All right, now, are we ready to go to the fastest cars? Top 3. All right, we got a little. So I will say this, throughout the years I've enjoyed doing this. My boys, as they got older and older, their interest in doing the Pinewood Derby diminished. But mine also got a little diminished. But now this was going to be my last Pinewood Derby as a parent. Maybe I'll do it as a grandparent. Hopefully, we'll see. But we're going to announce. Now, let me talk about some of these speeds, Colin. We are able to, and I think you saw that during the race, you're able to see how fast these are based in miles per hour. So we're going to start with third fastest. Are you guys ready over there? All right, so this car in miles per hour went 155.61 miles per hour. That's how fast the third fastest car went. Now, I don't know what rank these guys are, but these are the top 3 overall. So it went 155 miles per hour for the third place car, 156 miles per hour for the second place car, but there was a 2 mile per hour jump plus in the first place car at 158 miles per hour. So if you're looking at the finish cam, and you're wondering which one came first because you couldn't tell, that's because they're going 158 miles per hour, which is about what you drive, right? Oh, no, your brother, Jackson, drives.
Down
right?
Keystone Road. at 1
Keystone
a.m.
Boulevard, Keystone Road. All right, let's start with third place. You guys ready? All right, third place, Ryan Morawski. Third place, 155 miles per hour. Yeah, he's got that aerodynamic for sure. All right, Colin, who came in second?
For second place overall speed, we have Zachary Williams.
Zachary Williams, number 35, 156.19 miles per hour. Now, that's the average speed. That may not even be his fastest speed,
Right.
but that is fast as lightning if you look at that. Yes. All right, are we ready for a drum roll, boys? Who's the fastest car? I think we know. But we'll see. 158 miles per hour. Who came as the fastest car overall, Colin?
The fastest car for the Pack 475 Pinewood Derby 2021 was John Astrab.
Nice. Well, take a look at that design, folks.
It is built for speed.
You can't even see it. It's so bright, that future on that car. Look at that. It is just a thin piece. The weight is perfect. Wow, love it. Good job, John. Well, I want to thank everyone for joining us. Thank Colin. Thanks to Boy Scouts. Thank to the leadership and everyone for joining us. This is going to be recorded, so John, you can send it to all your friends and family and brag. But that'll do it for the Pack 475 2021 Pinewood Derby.